This is John Chapman with the 49ers Rush podcast, and you are watching CG Ruthless Sports. Hope you're ready.
You know, some people out there, when they talk, they fake the funk. You want brutally honest? Well, if you are brutally honest, look no further than CG Ruthless Sports.
CG Ruthless.
CG Ruthless Sports.
CG Ruthless.
If you want your sports talk to be brutally honest, come check out CG.
CG Ruthless.
If you're not watching CG Ruthless, I don't know what to tell you. Representing the Niner Empire.
CG Ruthless.
Yo, it's me. It's CG Ruthless Sports. I will be brutally honest, and nothing but being brutally honest, coming at you with a live stream. So I was hoping that a lot of people would show up, but it doesn't seem like it's the case. So hoping it will come very slowly, but I definitely need a lot of people to come in. The link is down here if you guys want to join, but I gotta definitely do some round checks around here. This place is more like a chill back place, but I still gotta stay on my task. So any of you guys can the link is right here. Just jump into the link. But we got CEO and Awesome Kid going at each other. Kind of a good rivalry between the two, but hey, we'll see what happens. Yep. I'm working night shifts again. I'm working the night shifts today. It's been pretty tough. Oh, wait, let me see. What the hell is wrong with my phone? Okay. We got John Jay in the building. What's up, man?
What's up, dude? I got some bad news. Please don't get mad at me, but CEO and Awesome Kid are at TRL stream, and they want to say that they're sorry, but they're not coming out here.
Man, I thought we were already scheduling it, but I guess it's whatever.
Yeah, because everyone's at a TRL every Saturday. They do the hangout, so everyone's over there. So
I usually do the hangouts on a daily, but schedule's been killing it. But I'm back now.
yeah, I don't know if Butters, messaged you. I don't know if he updated you with the situation.
What's going on?
Okay, so all right, I'm going to be very respectful. I know he's your boy, but apparently he I don't know if it's tomorrow or Tuesday, but they're doing a evidence session that Butters has been taking your streams and YTC streams and Jonah and taking it to a content creator who they're not a huge fan of, and he was snitching on us. So they have excommunicated him. I spoke to Butters. I don't hate him because he didn't do nothing to me, but I don't know what happened. But I told Butters that me and him, we're not as cool anymore because if he put some dirty laundry out at me, that's a little bit disrespectful. So I wanted you to hear it from, a 49er, guy, a guy who, has so much respect, for you. So I wanted to tell you that first. And then the second one, I think someone trolled your account on my stream when I was with Coach Dante. I didn't,
No,
they put your picture and they put a name, Chris something, and I know that wasn't you, so I blocked that account. So I wanted just to check in with you, making sure that that wasn't you trolling.
no, I came on my actual account the other time, but I guess somebody's trolling the shit out of me. So I don't know, man. Been working.
I'm just having your back. 'Cause I don't want someone, hey, why is CG trolling you? So I wanted, because I got your back. I don't think you would do that, especially when me and Coach Dante are on there.
I don't think so, man. Like, I've been too damn busy. They've been throwing me off of different areas, and I had to work out of town. So now that I'm back in this side of town, I'm probably going to work in a pretty bad area. So I'm pretty much got to keep my eyes and focus about this area.
Yeah.
But this is more, it's kind of a laid back place the way it seems like, but I got the keys to this office right here.
Well, it's always cool when you're on. We get to talk football and stuff. It's just that it's been bad with all these trolls and all, the Butters situation. And I spoke to Butters. You can go to his channel. We spoke for like 40 minutes.
I think he wants to get in contact with you. He's even saying, "Oh, where can I get a hold of John Jay?" I said, "I don't know, dude. You need to talk to him."
So, because like I don't know what happened, but Jonif yesterday was acting so weird. He was like spamming Butters trash can, and now I finished my stream with Coach Dante. I went to get some lunch, and then TRL, he's on, but he was on early, and then CEO is like, Butters disrespecting me. He sent me a troll account, and so I go on there, and then they explain to me, and then I spoke to Butters. So like,
I don't know what's going on, man, but I always
it's like it's so funny. All these dudes are friends, and now they're backstabbing one another. Like, what happened? Like,
I don't know, man. A lot of this drama stuff out here, but it's been kind of rough for me. Usually Saturdays are my streams, man. Come on, everybody knows Saturdays my streams.
Is that Corey Davis?
Yeah, Corey Davis.
Shout out Corey Davis, our buddy.
How y'all doing?
I'm out here.
Hey, Corey Davis, thank you very much.
I'm out in this area. It's a decent area. It's an okay place I'm working at.
Shout out to Corey Davis for the super chat and the great support. My one year on YouTube show. I appreciate all my great subscribers and all the great people.
I appreciate
gave you a shout out to CJ. I gave you a shout out. So
yeah, I'm looking for a newer direction. I see a lot of people kind of losing interest in me, so I'm kind of focusing on that. Well, I try to reach out with quite a few other content creators, and I guess, like they said, they've been kind of dissing me from behind.
Yeah. Like,
I had Stephen Rose on my show.
Oh yeah, I saw Stephen Rose. He said, "Hey, we were doing the show at the exact same time. That's why I knew that wasn't you, and I know you would not write whatever."
I know y'all messed me up on that. I was like, man, which one I can watch?
I'm over there, and it's hard for me to troll.
Is CG doing a show and also saying, because like Coach Dante was like, "Oh, he changed his name." I said, "Okay," and I played it off. I didn't want to, like be toxic. I wanted to have the show go, good. Coach Dante is a really cool dude, man. Like, man, I should have had him on months ago. He's so cool.
Stephen Rose is a good dude. Like, I've known him for a couple of years. He's a nice guy, but he's always straightforward. I like how he compared Deshaun Watson into like that pretty girl that you just move on from and go with the ugly chick. You saw that one?
Dude, Tommy Huxley actually said something nice. He's like, "Oh my goodness, why were they trolling the Coach Dante, calling him a fake Texans fan?" I don't know who said that.
He's got the Eagles, but then again, he is a real Texans fan. So
he's from Houston, like you can tell from that the Houston accent, that Southern accent. You can tell he's from Texas.
Well, I came from the South myself. I came from Texas, so that's why my accent's a little different.
I know your accent is like almost like you have a real Californian working class accent.
What, me?
Yeah, you lost it. Like you can tell you're from California, but not like those California surfer dudes. No, you have that working class Californian
Well, I grew up. I was born in Texas, but I grew up in California at the age of 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I got the working class of California, but I was born in Texas, man.
Mm-hmm. No.
I come from the South, bro. But then again, I got family down there too, so that's where all the roots come from.
I saw your comment. You said I had a good intro. Yeah, and I love my new intro. No copyright music, no paid music. It was all me. All
Yeah.
My little
I got my
avatar,
John. Hey, you know what's even good about that John Madden video that I posted? There was no copyright claims.
Oh, you know, John Madden grew up at the same block that I grew up. And I don't know if I told you, I don't know if you saw the round table, but they were doing Madden quotes and they let me tell the story. So there's a thing called Top of the Hill, Daly City. Basically, I live at Top of the Hill right there. Basically, it's the borderline of San Francisco and Daly City. And I live at this area called Knowles, the street. And John Madden grew up over there, and there's this little lot with the grass, but it's not there no more because they made that that movie theater. And of course, Daly City is more like a suburb, and that's where John Madden is from. So I was so blessed to play at that cool little lot before they made a movie theater. And of course, the little park that the little plaque here was the park that John Madden played. So it was fun. So sad that he passed away. Of course, he was 85 years old, but I tell that story to everyone. And I grew up at a legend. I consider John Madden more of a San Franciscan than a Daly City, but I love that story.
He started off as a player for the Eagles for one year, and then went as a Raiders head coach.
Yeah. He went to Jefferson.
But that John Madden video, dude, the one I posted, thank God there was no copyright claims for that one.
Jeez, John Madden, he will be missed.
Yeah, I got a 1.8K view on that John Madden video.
So how many of y'all ready for tomorrow?
I'm not. I'm worried because what's his name? Coach Dante says, "Hey, any given Sunday, and the Texans are out for spoiling. They're trying to spoil our momentum."
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I didn't know Coach Dante was a CEO of the Spotlight Sports Network.
He moved up the spot. He was promoted. And then I was kicked out from there. They had to move in a different direction, so I decided.
I was like, what? Because what's his name? Jay in the Bay says that he was just a content creator, just a channel. And then he came on my show, and I said, Jay in the Bay told me you're on the Spotlight Sports Network. No. Jay in the Bay got it wrong. I said, oh, you're not in the No, I'm the CEO. I'm the executive. I'm like, what? Jay in the Bay's been lying to me.
No, but I interviewed him and I told him that I said something about him being the executive on the spot, and he kind of explained about it.
So you're not with the Spotlight Sports Network?
Yeah, he's followed them for a while, but he's known me a lot longer than Jay in the Bay.
So
hold on. He knew who I was before Jay in the Bay.
So you're not with the Spotlight Sports no more?
No. It had to do with the schedule, and I guess he had no patience. But it is what it is, man. I don't take no hard feelings with it. It's whatever, man. I got a gig. I got Bird Games crew, so they're still giving me a chance. They're not even worried about me showing up as much until I get my shit together.
Oh, shout out to CG, has his own merch. There you go.
Yeah, my merch, the one that you built it. I got to give you credit for the logo.
Well, I'm glad that you're actually now you're getting all the money because I don't like people taking advantage of you.
Maybe that's why they ditched me, because he wanted to keep that logo, but it's whatever.
Like my logo, like my little generic John Jay avatar.
That's a nice logo. I ain't gonna lie. That kind of fits the logo, but I like the skeleton. The one that you made kind of has like a persona of me. And then the round table, they I guess, okay, let me tell you something funny, man. This was kind of funny the other day. like, no disrespect to my boy Stevie, bro, but I ain't wearing no fucking business suit, bro. Fuck no, I'm not trying to upgrade that shit.
What?
But come on, man.
No,
Come on, man.
dude. I was just talking to a YTC and CEO and Giants Nation and TRL and TO.
Oh, but I respect it. I respect him, but dude, I ain't wearing no business suit. Fuck no. Me and AZ were kind of we're good, bro. We ain't going there.
All right, hold on. I gotta find them.
Who?
What's their name? Fuck, what is their name?
You had a Titans fan on there, they'll upload whatever, not upload, but a weekly or whatever.
Oh yeah, weekly. Oh, those guys are like from Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah, those guys are cool.
Is Trey Lance going to start tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we're gonna win because I mean, all Trey Lance has to do is manage the game and just have the running game work in his favor. But I think even without a running game, I think Trey will still help us with that. So I still think with the chemistry with him and Deebo Samuel would pay a long ways. Maybe he'll start working with Kittle on the chemistry too. So I'm working on some bigger guests in probably like after the season's over, but I still got to figure out ways to get the schedule done. And then as soon as I get that schedule figured out, I'm going to push for these guests and then see how it goes from here. Because I like controversial, like in some ways with guesses and all that, but I'm already like thinking of ideas. Like, I said, hey, this Buff Bagwell guy got back to me, and I'm saying, man, after this season, I'm going to do some wrestling interviews just to see how I get some of those shoot interviews. And then that Nick Densmore guy, the one that played Eugene, I'm in contacts with him too, so it's kind of getting in my favor. And I guess Stephen Rose said that he's in contact with John Kitna too, so I might even get him on the show too. And then Berghain said something about Trent Richardson. Like as soon as he gets done with him, he'll have him go on my show.
Damn, I can't find these content creators. They only pop up on suggested videos. But anyway, these guys have 10,000 subscribers. They work for the Pac-12 network. I've been trying to get them on, but they've been, flaking on me. I don't know their names, but he did a video on Wednesday. He says that John Madden, a Bay Area guy from Daly City, California, San Francisco, and John Madden hated wearing business suits. So when he was on the air, he had to dress up. But John Madden wore slacks and a polo shirt and sneakers, and he loved being who he was, and that's why he was so authentic, why he was a good coach. And the guy, whatever his name is, was like, people in California, we don't wear business suits, we go with the flow. So I love that. I'm just trying to find who he is.
Hey, what's going on with David? I guess he's having issues with his picture.
Yeah. Sheesh. Man,
yeah,
so,
where's Tommy,
CG,
man?
Yeah, so CG, let me explain what happened. So on 22nd, I had to go out of town, outside of the Bay Area, and I had to deal with some family BS. So I came back home, and the contractors who were working at the house was gutting the room. So we had to go back over there for 5 days. And finally, I came back 4 days ago, and I was so happy to be back in my house. That was so weird. So I didn't really have a Christmas. So, I don't celebrate Christmas like most people. But that's what happened to me. So I was away for a while.
As I get older, I'm just thankful to have a family and have a holiday. That's about it. Before that, I would have always been a spoiled brat and want all the stuff. But as I get older, it doesn't really matter to you.
See, my best Christmas gift was not from a present. It was from one of those Goodwill charity events, and it was a John Taylor 82 jersey, and I wore that until the thing ripped apart. I love that. I know, and everyone makes fun of me. Oh, John Taylor sucks. John Taylor sucks. But all the older people, like, oh, John Taylor was a really good. They were like mocking me because Jerry Rice. You had to have a Jerry Rice jersey. So I would always get messed with because I had a John. But I love John Taylor. He's underappreciated.
Yeah. Speaking of John Taylor, he lives like right down the resident of where I stay at. Like he lives in one of those nicer houses down Clovis, so it's like it's crazy that he still lives out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I found out where John Taylor currently resides at, and it says somewhere down the better, like I guess somewhere in the Herndon areas where he lives at. That's pretty cool. So yeah, and that Josh Hockett guy, he seems right down the area too.
Mhm.
I mean, a lot of stuff has changed lately, man. Since all these contracts have been killing me, bro. Like I haven't been having a permanent site, but it seems to me that if things go as planned, they might just keep me around here because they definitely need somebody to be here on a weekly, like I guess like 5 days a week. If I can get that kind of contract, then what am I complaining about?
Mhm.
I mean, it's in a bad side of town, but they have a lot of stuff out here, so it's not nothing to worry about. So I'm kind of familiar with these kind of territories because I grew up around poor areas before, and this was something that I remember growing up as a kid. I would live in these kind of houses.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, I didn't have much for Christmas as a kid. I had barely anything, and then I had scratch and claw and get where I need to go.
I was telling YTC that because we were like we didn't have much, and Chinese restaurants were always open on the holidays, so Chinese food was very inexpensive, really delicious. So as I got older, like I was able to pull my weight, help with the bills and stuff. And we were able to have like turkey, ham, and all that stuff. And I learned I don't like turkey and I don't like ham, but I ate it. It's okay. But I always miss Chinese food because it grounds me and it reminds me the toughness of me growing up. And I cherish as I get older, like I realize that it's okay. Like be grateful for what you have. Like a John Taylor jersey, like today, if you find one, it's probably like couple $100 because John Taylor was really good. But getting
it's rare to find those jerseys.
So it was grateful. I remember I would go to these little thrift store, way better than the Goodwill, and people would donate really good stuff. So in 2002, there was a little thrift store in this area of the Mission, San Francisco. And we would go there to buy the clothes, and I would get all the sports stuff, all the sports very cheap, and it was so cool going to those thrift stores. So I was always blessed. I found a Michael Jordan, like a Tar Heel, like a Jordan 23 North Carolina. I thought it was so cool. So I wore that, and a lot of older people are like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that Michael Jordan played with the Tar Heels in college. So I didn't know what it was, but people liked those shirts. So I was always very grateful.
Yeah, I remember as a kid. I remember as a kid, I had this one badass jersey like a long time ago when it came from like you said, the Tar Heels of Michael Jordan. Those were kind of rare collections to get before, but now it's like a lot of money, man.
Oh,
my nephew.
Okay.
My daddy used to make the New Year's gumbo. So my nephew just made it. Mm-hmm. His first time cooking gumbo today. And it tastes just like my daddy's. Good.
Ah, brings back that old memories then, huh? The gumbos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just gotta double check around the trash area or whatever. Gotta keep an eye on those transits over here. It's the most common complaints out here. But hey, you guys are like, this is what I like about these hangouts, even though I kind of been gone.
It's Amin the Dream.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Amin the Dream? But I know the last few days I kind of went away for a little bit, and then I did I kind of put Jimmy G's fans on blast and gave them a speak of my mind.
Dude, like, listen, I don't hate Jimmy Garoppolo.
I don't.
He's basically just another quarterback in 49ers history that
game manager. That's it.
Was never able to, be like that reputation where he won 5 games in a row, and he's done what he can do. He's very limited. He's basically the same thing as Mac Jones. Like basically, if what he is, if he has a good run game, good offensive line, a really good defense, Jimmy Garoppolo will be winning a lot of games. I don't hate Jimmy Garoppolo. Whatever team he goes to, I wish him success. I just don't want him to kill us. Say if he goes to our same conference and he beats us in playoff games and wins Super Bowls. I don't want to see that. I hope he sucks wherever he goes. But Trey Lance, he's gonna have his learning curve, and he's gonna get better. Like, look at Justin Fields. Like, his first half of his starts early was horrible, but now he got in a better rhythm. Jonas, is now liking Justin Fields. He's getting better. It's just unfortunately Matt Nagy's not going to be the guy developing them next year. But rookie quarterbacks need time to develop, and not all rookie quarterbacks are forced to start. And Trey came in, and I watched his interview. Trey, very professional. He says, if I'm not playing, if Jimmy's playing, I will support that decision because me and Jimmy have a really good relationship. And I know if I have to step in, I will do my best to make sure we win against the Texans. A young 21-year-old with a bright mind, you can tell how good this kid's going to be just by the way he talks.
And he takes his stuff very seriously too. But when you look at it this way, I look at the expectation of Trey Lance. If he's going to start, you're going to expect growing pains, and that's the only concerning factor. Is I don't know, like playoffs will probably have to depend on how we play. And Trey Lance is a rookie, so you're going to expect this guy to have his good and bad. So pretty much.
I don't I still think that they're going to minimize his throwing to the same thing with Jimmy Garoppolo, 25 throws. He's going to do a lot of run options, so we're still going to see him run the football. And Kyle's going to use the strength. If Elijah Mitchell is playing, he has a good safety blanket. Debo can also run the football. So he's coming to a situation where he's also going to have George Kittle. He didn't have George Kittle. So he's coming to a situation where he's improved. He's got better. And even though a lot of people are going to get mad at me for me to say this, but if you get better by better, and even Coach Dante said that, Davis Mills was not just holding the clip, he was working. Look what Davis Mills has done on a very bad team. He's been playing pretty good with the Texans, and he may be their franchise quarterback. So, I like what Coach Dante, Trey Lance is working. He's working on his mechanics this entire year. It's the same thing with Patrick Mahomes,
I think that's the thing that people don't understand. I keep trying to give them these good debatable arguments. I say, hey, look at Josh Allen. It took him until his second or third year to develop those mechanics and become a really good quarterback. It took Mahomes until maybe his second year to do something. I mean, then you got a lot of other quarterbacks. So it's I've told a lot of these guys, I say, hey, you guys need to just stop being too critical too soon on this guy. He had his first game start. He had very game samples with Seattle. So you're seeing some glimpse of this kid. You're seeing a lot of the good and bad, but a lot of the stuff that he does, it's very coachable. The mechanics, it's very coachable. That's something he can work on. And I like his upside.
Hello, David.
What's up? Oh, yeah. My bad, David.
What's up, David? My bad, David. We've been talking. What's up, David? Is that the Rainbow Canyon?
David, you there?
Oh.
If you look at that canyon, it looks like somebody's legs.
So I want to remind people the similarities of the Kansas City situation. So Patrick Mahomes sits out for an entire year, and Patrick Mahomes plays one game in 2017. Okay, but look at the 2018 roster. They had, fullback Anthony Shermer, who was, at the time he was one of the top fullbacks. They had Spencer Ware, who was a good running back. I can't even pronounce his name, but the running back West, they had Damian Williams at running back. And then look at the wide receivers, that they had. He had Kelvin Benjamin, Chris Conley, of course, Tyreek Hill, at wide receiver, Sammy Watkins, and he had also Travis Kelce. The 49ers have two good wide receivers, Debo, Ayuk, and George Kittle. And then now we have Elijah Mitchell. So, you know, Trey Lance is coming into a situation where he's going to succeed. Now, he's not going to have Patrick Mahomes' numbers. He's not going to throw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns, but he's going to be, you know, part of that offense. And I know it's not the popular thing to say because, oh, if you don't hate Jimmy – someone made a video. If you don't hate Jimmy Garoppolo, you're not a 49er fan. Really?
Yeah, I heard that.
I mean, we'll agree to disagree, but man, for some of these people that are Jimmy Garoppolo fans and you want Trey Lance to fail, bro, then that to me is you are in question in some ways, but you have every right to your opinion. But if you want Trey to fail, then you want the team to fail in general. So let's keep it 100.
I know, like, listen, we all can agree that Jimmy's very limited. He's not perfect.
He is what he is.
Yeah, he is what he is. Like, if he was making like $10 to $15 million the way he plays, I'm okay with it.
I'd be all right with it, yeah.
But he's making $27.5 million. He's supposed to be elite. Now,
yeah,
Trey Lance,
that kind of money's elite right there.
Yeah, and Trey Lance, of course, yeah, he's raw. He's raw. He didn't have a second season. So, yeah, what are you going to expect? So, I do believe, and I know this is unpopular, that I don't think Kyle hates Jimmy. I just think Kyle is now realizing it. It took him this long to realize that, all right, now we got to play Trey Lance. And I think, you know, Kyle really wanted to develop because now when you look at his record, like I said, Matt Schaub, he developed him. RG3, he made him a rookie of the year. You know, Ryan Hoyer, he made him a quarterback with a winning record. Matt Ryan, who was a good quarterback, he turned him to an MVP and was part of that Super Bowl run. But when it came to Jimmy Garoppolo, I think that he really wanted to develop him. I don't think he wants the Jimmy experience to be a failure. Because like, imagine if Jimmy was horrible, worse than it really shows you that maybe Kyle can only develop certain quarterbacks. So it's just sad that it happened that way. And like I said, I don't hate Jimmy. It's just that. It is what it is. Like I said, I wish him well. I'm not a guy saying, "Oh, you John Jay, why don't you hate Jimmy Garoppolo?" Well, number one, I'm gonna push back on your argument because I'm not a pushover. So I like healthy debates. I just don't like people shoving it down my throat. But at the end of the day, we all know. Bye Jimmy, Trey. We all know that already.
That's what it is, pretty much.
Yeah.
But when you look at it this way, Jimmy is what he is. He'll win games if the running game goes well, and if he'll get on a roll when he gets on a roll. But when you go with the bad man, multiple interceptions, he gets rattled, he loses a little confidence there. That's the Jimmy we're going to probably get. But when the running game goes as well, that's the Jimmy we're going to get is somebody who's going to be able to win the game. Mm-hmm. Other than that, he can't do that. So it's like, I like what I see out of Trey Lance because I see the ceiling. I know a lot of people have these different comparisons of McNair, and then you got the Josh Allen type upside. Mm-hmm. I mean, to make a fair argument, Josh Allen did have to play an entire season almost, So he got some experience and he got better throughout the third year, So his third year he got better.
Yeah, but I'm trying to find this video on YouTube. I don't think I'm going to find it. I forgot the title of it, but it was a description of Josh Allen, and they were showing his,
accuracy was his issues.
His rookie season, and let me pull up, the stuff. So basically, Josh Allen basically played 11 games as a starter, and he was 5-6. His completion percentage was 52 or 53%.
Something that a lot of it is very normal for some quarterbacks. It takes mechanics and accuracy, and that's coachable for Trey Lance.
And Trey Lance in 6 quarters has a higher passing percentage at 53%, higher than Josh Allen in those 11 games. Okay, so we know that Josh Allen and Trey Lance have sort of similar running styles when they play. That's why you have that comparison. But he has a really good arm. that reminds me of Donovan McNabb. Like if you watch Donovan McNabb, he would scramble around, he would run around, like he would be chased down, and he could throw that ball deep. And Trey Lance has a really good deep ball. We saw that in the preseason when he threw the ball to Trent Sherfield, and we threw it to Deebo Samuel against the Seahawks game. Remember, I watch a lot of film. So does Jimmy throw a lot of those balls? He doesn't. But you're seeing that, right now is that in just 6 quarters, he has a almost 54% completion percentage with the very passes. And he also has 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. And that's with I think 50 passes. So
yeah, I do see the talent very similar in a lot of different ways. McNabb was a really good accurate thrower, and he was a guy that would run. But when I think of another quarterback, like a lot of people keep forgetting about this guy to this day. I mean, remember a while back, this guy had some really good receivers, and he was like a really good quarterback at one point, but he was never the same after he left Minnesota. But that dude was something good. Dante Culpepper was something special.
Yeah. And also, so basically, Josh Allen, he's 5-6. His second year, he goes 10-6. He has a 59% pass completion. Now, what happened in his third year that he almost had a 70% pass completion? Well, he got a wide receiver in Stephon Diggs. So he had that chemistry. They also had Cole Beasley, and Cole Beasley was the short receiver. So Cole Beasley had over 100 catches, but he had averaging 8 yards per reception because he was the short guy. So,
but he was good.
Yeah. So, but you see Trey Lance, coming into a good situation. Like, I know that at the end of the day, we have to be 49er fans, and we want to see the team win football games. So if Trey Lance has success, we should all be happy. So eventually, this Jimmy and Trey is finally going to end because it's been a long 2 years of this idiot conversation that's finally cut. Because I'm getting sick and tired of it, and it's just that how people are. And I know, and I was telling YTC that the Steelers have had 3 coaches since the 60s. 3 coaches.
That's rare for any other team.
And even though they didn't win a lot of Super Bowls, they were always relevant. They had very few losing seasons. They were always in the playoffs. They were always in the AFC Championship game. So it shows you that that's what I want to see. I want to see, the Steelers consistency for since the 60s of only 3 coaches, and all the coaches retired.
Yeah, it's a healthy relationship when it comes to the front office. That's what you want. You definitely want
their owners are really smart. They give power to the general manager and basically say, you're the general manager, you're in charge of scouting, head coach, you coach the player. So you have that relationship. They have a team president. They have a team president that works with the general manager and coach that also works with the ownership. And that's what Jed York needs. He needs a team president to monitor Kyle and John. Because that's the thing that I hate about our ownerships. But anyway, I've been yapping too long.
Yeah, but where's David? He's been kind of quiet for a while now.
David.
Hey, Dave.
David. Where are you? You're sleeping?
Oh, no.
Nah, but in all seriously, the thing about Trey Lance that could really stand out a lot is you never know what you're going to get into a second year. I think he'll get better. It's all about off-season training. He'll get some off-season training and some advice, and a lot of guys are willing to help him. There's been guys like Dak Prescott that's open to help him too, and then there's other quarterbacks. I'm pretty sure if he's interested, he could probably contact Kurt Warner and quite a few other QB gurus out there.
Yeah. Anyway, so I wanted to ask CG this question because I've been thinking about this for about a month, and I know you and John Chapman are really cool buddies. He made you that cool intro, so shout out to John Chapman. Like I said, he really likes you, man. He has a really good, So I was thinking if I can reach out to John Chapman because I was thinking of an idea, like a little off-season podcast where John Chapman, he's a coach, you are a former player, and I'm a fan, and we can work out the details, and like we can do like once a month if we could work with our schedules, and do the three of us on my channel, and that would be a really good show. A former player, a coach who coaches football, and a fan. That would be a really good show, right?
It would be good, but you know what I would call it? Like a players coach fan podcast. There you go.
Yeah, that'll be so. I'm gonna reach out to John Chapman if he's cool with it, and then we can figure out, because I know John Chapman. He doesn't do early shows. He does always like afternoon.
And I've been trying to reach out to First Takes, but man, he's kind of hasn't really responded back. But he'll go right back to the others. But I get that he's got a lot of schedules going on.
Well, he got into another depression situation, and as a person who deals with all this mental stuff,
I know that part of that.
But at the same time, I don't know if First Takes is cool, because like I'm very respectful. I've been trying to get him on my Monday show, but for whatever the reason, he always says he's working. And if I say, all right, what if you are able to do it this time? Oh no, I'm still working. And I see him on Jay in the Bay. I see him on what's his name, Rob Shu, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Rob Shu.
And I see him on other shows as well. So I'm like, I don't know if I did anything, negative to him. Like, I've always been respectful to him, but I'm not gonna bother him anymore, because I'm not that.
I've tried to reach out to him, but it seems like for a moment he was cool for me again, and he comes onto the comments every now and then. But I don't know. Like, I've tried to get him to come on the show. He's always telling me, "Oh, I'll figure out something, man. I'll get back to you." But he never comes back with response. I'm like, all right, man. I'm not worried about it. But I'm trying to look for some more other people. But Rob Shu kind of came in with a response, and he said, "I'll probably," he says, maybe after the next game or something, I'll get back with you. But then I was kind of asking if he can promote my channel. He says, "I'm not into that promo stuff," and I'm scratching my head, and I'm like saying, "Bro, if it wasn't for Grant Cohen, wouldn't you not get what you're at? Come on, man. Come on." Man. I mean, that's kind of like the other way around.
I know,
aren't you supposed to be like helpful for everybody?
I know. Like,
you're supposed to be helpful, not like I mean,
you should get that guy Corey Davis.
Yeah, Corey Davis.
Yeah, but you got to be helpful for everybody, man. Like, I mean, dude, if I was in the same shoes as those guys, bro, I would have at least been really thankful and humble, and I would give back, because that's how I was raised to be, man. Usually, that's how I was meant.
Well, like I said, I'm working on projects like on my my 1 year thing, basically my membership. For those who sign up, like I said, if you watched it, that those who are members are going to start getting rewarded with monthly, membership shows only. So it's only going to be on my membership. So if you're not on the membership, it won't load on the YouTube. It's only going to be on the membership page, and people can come in. We can hang out. It's basically like just a hangout, talk, just talk, have a free space for the people, things like that. So that's one perk. Also, they'll receive monthly little like training cards, or little 49er mask stuff, to reward those guys, because I care. I want to give back, and then also private videos that YouTube won't let me show, because copyright BS. So they're going to be informed, and they're going to see a lot of cool projects. I'm doing a lot of artwork, as you saw my little intro. So I'm giving back. That's my membership, and I'm not expecting I'm going to get 100 people after my live stream, but it's a good way to have like a little community. So we can talk freely without YouTube getting angry at us, because I do want a free space. Like Giant Station has a Discord, but I don't want to do that. I don't want too many accounts. So I think a membership will be like a little hangout. I'll figure out the stuff. Everything will be in February, so that's an idea to get memberships.
Yeah, I'm working on getting people on my Discord too. So I got a Discord. I just made one, and I got Corey and everybody else in. So anybody in the membership can go jump in. But I'm working on giveaways, but I got to start establishing more of what I need to establish first. So I still need to reach up a lot of members in order for it to happen, because financially it isn't all that easy for me. So I got to figure out ways to budget everything and get everything situated. And as soon as I get all that, man, there's going to be giveaways. But I got to reach the limit. I got to reach the limit of 20 memberships.
I know.
That's how it works for me.
And then also, I'm going to reach out to what's her name? That girl. She got sports and Pfeiffer, those football insiders. I'm going to do like a podcast with them, once a month. I'm going to get all the details. Like I said, in the off season, I'm not going to upload, like random articles. I'm going to do off-season podcasts, my membership stuff. I'm working with Payo Time, like a little me and him, type of thing. And that's the thing I've been saying, like, get these collaborations, get these people that you have on your contacts, and then you promote these types of new type of things. That's why, because you want contacts. Because I've been trying to build a community, so it's gonna be really fun in the off season. I'm gonna bring even bigger guests. Like I got Vern Glenn and what's his name, Steve White. So I want to bring in some players that I can bring on, and like insiders and stuff, and continue to find more content creators and give them a platform. And so I'm who is doing the community, and if I earn some good money, I earn good money. I'll be grateful. So that's what I'm doing. But those are some ideas that I'm doing, because I don't want to do the same, just like be just a uploader, just random videos. I want to make sure I provide my great followers who sacrifice and give me every little penny to help me, because it's a little income for me, because I'm not working at the moment, but so anything's helpful. So like I want to work with everyone, and of course, yes, unfortunately there are some content creators, once they get bigger, they go a little over their ego, whatever the reason is, because look at me, now I have credentials, blah blah blah. But don't forget where you came from. You were a nobody before. Just think about that. Just remember that. It's just, unfortunately,
all it takes is one person to help you, and that's it. And then if you get that success from that one help alone, bro, you're gonna go where you're at. Like, okay, I got nothing against those other content creators, man, but it's like, where were you before that individual? You were nowhere.
I know.
You were barely starting your channel, and nobody didn't know who the hell you were. Mm-hmm. So, I don't ever intend to throw them under the bus like that. Mm-hmm. But where were you before, man? Come on. Stop with this. You're too ahead of yourself. Dude, you're getting a lot of people because they know you came from that person. Come on. Be realistic.
I know.
Okay, for example, let's say I came from I came from at least from somebody, like, if you come on Grant's show and you're on his daily show on a weekly basis, you're going to get a lot of his followers, bro. That's how it works. Dude, like a guy like a lot of those other content creators, bro, if you put yourself with Grant Cohen and you go on his show every week, you're going to get maybe 100 more plus people on watching your stream.
Yeah.
That's facts.
I know. So,
I don't understand. I'll try to reach out. I'll try to reach out to him, and I think Bill or whatever. I think she's trying to get him to get me on the show too, so I can get my break.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if I can get myself on that spotlight, bro, I can get some bigger followers at some point.
I don't like I've done everything by myself. I've done it my way. Like, I don't sell out to no one. I'm not gonna do that, because as I mentioned, like, if I find a promoter and a big sponsor like Pat McAfee is the ultimate guy. He does whatever the hell he wants to do, because FanDuel gave him $50 million to act like a moron. And so FanDuel is a huge promoter. So if I'm able to find someone like that who can basically give me a little income, where I don't have to worry about, having a real job, but like something where I'm due, that's where the money comes from. But I don't want to sell out and, be one of these cronies. All right, you're in our team. You have to, have a more professional logo, a more polished look, and a more respectful attitude. That's not me. I want to be Pat McAfee, the goofy John Jay, interacting with his fans.
Yeah, I want to be my own self, but I'm not gonna dress up all freaking corporate shit, man. I'm not gonna dress all business suit, man. But like, I get that this roundtable is a good thing going forward, but they're gonna upgrade some logos, so that's gonna be the plan. So I told them, hey, just put the skull in, that's fine. That would get my recognition right there. Is that logo? I mean, last year, it was unexpected. I didn't even think of the NFC Roundtable as a thought in my head because, I was just doing my own content, and somehow I guess from AZ he reached out to me when I didn't even see it coming. I've heard of his channel, but I didn't follow him like everybody else, but I've heard of his channel. Like I thought there was quite a few Arizona content creators I saw, but I thought his name popped up a lot. So it's like, I'm like thinking, oh, this guy's reaching out to me. What does he want? And then he tells me what's going on. And I'm like, oh, you need a Niners fan for your roundtable? All right, I'm down. And he was just, ever since then, it's kind of been a good chemistry. But but realistically, that's how it started out, probably like 8 months ago or 9 months ago around there. But it was a good start. I think I'm starting to get a little bit of recognition out there. When you think of that roundtable, you think of my name out there.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, of course, AZ is going to be popular, but Ram Showcase, no disrespect to him, he's a cool dude. But everybody looks at him and say, hey, he's a good dude at times, but they don't think of him all the time. They think of me or Steezy going at each other.
Dude, what's that guy? The Squabby, whatever that guy.
Oh, I've had him on my show before. Yeah,
that dude sounds like, like, how can I describe it?
Sounds a bit cocky.
No, he's not cocky. I think he's a little more better than Steezy, but
I think he's more like committed. Like when you give him a schedule, he'll be there with no hesitation.
Dude,
I've had him on my show. He's a very nice dude.
That guy saw me because I was subbing for you. He said, "Oh, yeah, are you John Jay? Oh, I'm so sorry. I wanted to work with you, but I didn't know that you only had an Instagram." I said, "No worries, man. Like, hey, in the off season, whenever you're free, give me a schedule." So, I gotta work with you, John Jay. I'm like, okay, but didn't you work with First Takes and CG? Oh yeah. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to piggyback off you guys, but he really wants to work with me. So we'll see what happens.
Nah, that's okay, man. Like, it's not copycatting. If they want to work with you, that's a good thing. Like, there's quite a few other content creators who want to work with me, and it's kind of been good on every part, man. Like,
well, the thing is, like, I really want to have like a little coalition, like a little John Jay and NFL, like those sports channels.
Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta do a checkup right now. I'll be right back.
All right. Anyway.
Hello, David. Are you there?
Hey, David. How are you doing? Are you in now? All right. So how are you doing, Corey?
I'm doing good.
How's your Saturday going?
Oh, it's going good. Just like I said, had my brother, my nephew. He's made us a gumbo.
Did you watch any of the college football games today?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I missed a lot of the college football. I was so busy in the morning, and then I had to do my stream in the afternoon, and then I had to get some lunch, and then now I'm hanging out. Yeah.
Yeah, you had CG put me in the tough spot. Y'all both had y'all show at the same time, so I'm like this. I said, okay. I don't want to stay in my room and watch had one on my computer, one on my phone. So I just shut my eyes and I'm gonna just pick one.
Well, number one, like I thought he was gonna have his show on Friday night, but I don't know what happened. But I had basically my 2:00 show because that's when the guest was free because he was doing a watch party. Yeah. So young creeper 9 on 05. My bad if I butchered your YouTube tag. Say breaking news: Trey Lance will start tomorrow. I think we all knew Trey Lance was going to start because Jimmy Garoppolo has a 3rd grade fracture. He chipped his bone, and I don't care who you are, but when you're playing football and you got to grab that ball, no, that hurts. So I think we already knew that. David says, I'm switching devices, watch for me backstage.
Oh, okay. So you're backstage. My bad, bro. I'll probably check see if he's backstage.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, wait. He's backstage. I am switching device. Watch for me backstage.
Also, I think he's gonna return, boy. All right, man. I actually got to go now because I gotta have some dinner, so I didn't eat nothing. But it was cool having you back on streaming. Shout out to you, Corey and David. I know I'm gonna miss you, man, but you have a good rest of your evening. I'm gonna go have dinner because I just noticed it's 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, usually the streams are like either later, man. But schedule's kind of been a bummer for me lately, man.
Yeah. So that's about it. All right, so just like I said earlier, that troll that had your name, I blocked them because I know that wasn't you. So
a lot of these trolls, I've got a lot of stalkers, man. It's not even no joke.
Anyway, and check on Butters, man. Like I feel kind of bad for him. I know he did something not good, you know. So just check on him, see how he's doing, because apparently Jonah, TOP, the Bears fans, and YTC, I think they're done with them. I try to be convincing, but so yeah, just check if he's okay, because I'm a little bit worried about him. So that's about it. Oh, David's there. Oh,
hey, can you guys hear me? Can you guys actually hear me?
Oh, we hear you now.
Yep.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I was on my phone, and I don't know what's wrong with my phone mic, but it's not working.
Yeah,
a lot of reception issues, but I Tommy gets that all the time with his shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like when he gets people streaming. Yeah. Hey, where the hell is Tommy, man? Damn, Tommy, I miss that guy.
He's probably hanging out with the missus.
Yeah, it was date night for me tonight. That was like, I was busy, and then she got called into work right when we're in the middle of doing something I can't mention on YouTube. So.
I think we're all grown up to know what that is.
Yeah, dude, they call me like since that other contract that's been done with, man, they've been flipping me around different places, man. Mm-hmm. So it's been kind of like hard, man. So it's like, so that one video I just posted like yesterday, it was like in the middle of nowhere, man. It was like in a different side of town, like in a different county. So I was working like somewhere down Madera or something, like right down there. And they were just having me stuck out there for nothing, man, right down the freeway or something. That place is crazy, man. But it was easy, quiet, but creepy out there, man. But I was like, shit. It was foggy. And I don't know, man. But I like the other building they had me go at before was the business park, which has it has all the nice stuff over there. But over here, it's this place, dude, where I'm working at. It's mostly apartment complex in Section 8 place that I'm patrolling at.
Anyway,
this is where I used to grow. This is the kind of place I used to live in as a kid. I used to live in these kind of houses, these Section 8 houses before.
Yeah. Anyway, so
all right, John Day.
All right, so I'll be on for a quick minute. I want to say what's up to David before I go. So, how's your day going, man? How's your day going, David?
Oh, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had to go to my mom's house, and then it was date night, so I was out with the old lady trying to listen to all the live streams and not get in trouble at the same time.
Yeah.
Man. But
she gets called into work. It's like, I mean, she works at a hospital, and she probably, I'm 60, 72 hours a week, and it's kind of I don't get to see her enough. So
that sucks. 72 hours.
Oh, that sucks, man. That does suck. Yeah. I used to work 60 hours. I used to work 60 hours a week or more before, but until they had a lot of dumb complaints about my reputation of what I did out there, man. I think I scared the shit out of people and told those homeless people to get the hell out of here, and I kept like cussing them out and kept degrading them a little, and then they just walked out like a bunch of complaints.
Yeah. Anyway,
and so, all I told them is like to take a free shot. I dare you.
Yes. So I heard Ohio State won the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, by 3 points, last minute field goal.
Yeah, I wasn't able to watch any of the games. I was so busy, and I'm kind of happy because, of course, I'm a little homerish when it comes to Ohio State. No disrespect to Oklahoma. Go Ohio State.
Why do you like Ohio State? See, I thought you like all California teams.
I do like California teams, but hey, like Giants Nation, he's from New York. He's an Oklahoma fan, and there are a lot of New York teams. So I'm like, okay, I've been a fan of Ohio State since the days of what's his name? Jim Tressel. Back then. So
Before they were even irrelevant, before they were just like barely anything good, dude. Like when they had Jim Tressel, they were okay, but after that,
I know.
Urban Meyer got them further.
I know, and he would have still been there. It's just unfortunately, he got in trouble with the NCAA with certain things. But like I said, I like Ohio State. I like the Michigan-Ohio State rivalry, so it's fun. But like I said, yeah, and even though they don't have a lot of quarterbacks who are Hall of Famers, they're still a good program. They're a good program. I mean, they win a lot of games. They're always playing big bowl games.
I despise them.
So, and like I said, like, hey, I told Giants Nation, I don't hate Oklahoma. It's just I'm a little biased towards that team. So the same thing, like I said, I don't hate the Lakers. Hey, I told Giants Nation today, I don't hate the Lakers. I know the Lakers are better than us, but overall, I still think the Warriors are a overall better team, and I'm still giving the respect. But overall, I'm a homer. I love my Warriors, love my Giants, love the Niners. Screw the Lakers.
Well, dude, why you don't even bother with Oklahoma, bro? That's one of the best programs in all of sports, bro. You got better college wrestling, better college basketball. You got football as All-American, dude. Like, what's there to hate about Oklahoma, bro? You got
I'm not hating on them. I'm just saying that I give Oklahoma. They have a good program, but I'm a homer and I'm gonna root for the team I like.
Yeah, but
listen. Like I talk a lot of stuff about Giants Nation's New York Giants team, but they are still a good organization. But I'm gonna be a homer and say the 49ers are better.
Yeah, that's how some feel. But like when I started watching Oklahoma, it all started during the days when Jason White, or I believe Jason White was our quarterback, but he was he wasn't quite a big name, but he was like a guy that didn't make it too far in the NFL. But then you had like Bob Stoops, who was our head coach since 1999. But we actually had Barry Switzer before he became the Cowboys coach, and he was a really good coach for many years. And I look at the history, and you know who was on our roster at one point was Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger was on a football roster. He was our defensive lineman at one point before he became a wrestler.
All right. Well, it's finally great to talk to David, but I do have to go now. You guys have a good rest of your night.
All right, have a good night, buddy.
All right, so Utah lost to Ohio State.
Yeah, it was actually the best bowl game so far this year. The score was 48-45.
Oh, so it was a shootout, like a really big shootout game.
Yeah, it was fun. But it sucks that we lost, but
I got to watch a little bit of these games, but I saw I thought Michigan was going to beat Georgia, but Georgia beat the brakes out of them. And then we all knew Cincinnati wasn't going to beat freaking Alabama, man, even though that Cinderella team. I mean, at least they tried.
Yeah, but isn't Alabama in the national title game again?
Every damn year, it's boring, bro. Like, I'm no disrespect to you Alabama fans, bro, but dude, it seems like the freaking committees just like to suck them up, man. Come on, man. You got to get newer teams and new contenders. And no disrespect to Tom Brady, bro, but fucking retire already, bro. Nobody wants you around this league no more. You're a glorified quarterback who's just getting a lot of the help, man. You're not exactly what you are, bro. You're a glorified soft quarterback. The league benefits you because you cry and bitch all the time. So it's time for you to go. Guys like Aaron Rodgers, he benefits under that shit. So it's like, come on, man. These guys need to quit while they can. And I don't think Rodgers will ever win another ring in Green Bay. You mark my words. I think Green Bay is just pretty much at his final end of his career. I think Rodgers is pretty much going to leave Green Bay after this year, and he's probably going to take his talent with a contending team, and it's probably going to be a team like Denver or a team somewhere else,
Well, Denver has a good defense, and I mean they have good position players and a decent offensive line. All they need is a quarterback. That's why I think that they'll go after Aaron Rodgers hard.
Yeah, they should retire, but Ben Roethlisberger is going to retire because he already announced it that he will. So it's not going to be out of the question. But Aaron Rodgers, he's got about a couple more years, or unless he's gonna play exactly the same shit as Tom Brady, then this shit's gonna be boring, bro. Like, why is the lead being so damn soft and protective, man? Like, you can't even hit the quarterback like it used to be.
Bro, cannot touch that quarterback.
Dude, like, what's the point of playing this game if you can't even hit dude, if the quarterback's got the ball, you're going to have to hit the guy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, back in the 80s and the early to mid-90s, because I think they implemented those rules in the late 90s. I mean, it was real football. And now it's like you looked at the quarterback funny, a flag on you. But it also seems to depend on who the quarterback is, on how many flags come in. Like the Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger type, they get every flag. But the guys like Lamar Jackson, he doesn't necessarily get a lot of those flags because of the type of quarterback he is. But,
he's more like a running back at that point, so that's probably why they don't call it, because he gets treated like a running back.
Yeah, but when it comes to Crazy Juice, I hear that, buddy. They should all retire.
Because it's a boring league, bro. Nobody cares about Tom Brady anymore. And you're going to glorify this guy as a GOAT when he's nothing more than a guy that played in the softest era of football. What's there to glorify, bro? You're breaking records because the league's protecting you.
I know. I can't call Tom Brady the GOAT because of the era he's played in. I just can't do it.
It's too soft. I mean, if he played in a tougher era, bro, this guy would have never played a single down after that, dude. I mean, this guy is a glorified GOAT because people want that. They want to believe that shit. But in reality, he's just not, man. I mean, I'll give him his credit. You played for so many years, but to call you the GOAT, bro, that's not even a consideration to put you at. You're in a different era. I would rather put Dan Marino over him at this point. And even with Dan Marino, he didn't win a ring, but he had better numbers.
Yep.
He had better numbers than most quarterbacks in that era. So I know it's kind of like weird in some ways, but I would rather put Dan Marino ahead of Tom Brady. Like, he had some better comeback stats. He had some better numbers during the 80s. And even if the guy would have won a Super Bowl, I think he would have been ranked number one all the time.
Yep.
And I'm not even a Dolphins fan, but I like Dan Marino by his numbers, the way he played the game.
Yeah, and he played back when it was the real football, not the soft football.
Yeah.
Like, he was exactly like a different kind of quarterback where he put up the numbers. The numbers that you see in today's NFL, dude, they're inflated because of the way they're protecting them. The way that Dan Marino put the numbers, that's exactly of what they are, and what they're trying to do is try to put up the similar numbers like him. Those numbers compared to Dan Marino had to work hard and earn those yards. 1984, he was the first quarterback to ever throw for 5,000 yards and 48 touchdown passes. And even though he lost the Super Bowl, but those were the most impressive stats during a tough era. No other quarterback was able to reach that during the 80s or 90s. Nobody. But Drew Brees got it for some reason because the league protected them. And that's facts. Tom Brady wish he was in the same level as Dan Marino with those numbers. But you got to have the ref to protect you. You got to have the freaking entire league to protect you. Yeah. That's not the way you get respect, man. You got to play the game to win.
I'm the same age as Tom Brady. And I mean, when it comes to playing football, right now, the only reason he's still playing is because of the soft league. I mean, if the rules were what they were in the 80s and early 90s, he probably would have retired around 35, maybe 36.
Yeah.
Or he probably would have retired in the late 20s with the injuries. He probably would have been exactly like an Andrew Luck. He would have retired just like him.
Yep.
Yep.
Remember Andrew Luck's injury made him retire. I think he would have did the same way. He probably would have had some shoulder problems. He probably would have, in that era, bro, it was hard for a lot of players to come from ACL injuries. That was called a death sentence in the NFL. If you had a torn ACL, you're done. If you had a rotator cuff injury, you're done.
That's true. That's true.
Because the doctors in that era, they had not much technology. But in that era, ACL injuries in today's NFL, you can come back within maybe 6 to 9 months at the least, and you'll probably be able to move. Nick Bosa, bro, he's coming back better than ever.
Oh yeah, and they're managing him correctly though. They're giving him days rest during practice. They're not overworking him. I mean, he's doing this year. He'll be 100% right next year. I can't wait to see what he can do.
I think he's just proven to the league. He's proven to the Niners that we made the right choice, and he was worth every bill, if not more. But I'm wondering what kind of contract we're going to give this guy, or is he going to go elsewhere? That's the only concerning factor. Dude, I'm pretty sure a lot of teams want to take him.
No, we'll throw some money at him. He's going to be a Niner for life. So
I hope so, man. As soon as he gets a big time contract, I'm going to make sure to get his jersey down the road, but not right now. I got to wait until this guy gets paid another contract. That's why I got the original 97 because. Yeah, well, Brian Young is another jersey I just got because he played for his entire career there. So, of course, I'm going to get somebody like him.
I said, Nick Bosa going to want to get paid like his brother.
Well, he's going to get something like that, if not more, because his value is going to go up to. Dude, his value right now, dude, he's playing a lot better than his brother this year. Compared to Joey Bosa, no disrespect to him, but. Dude, I think Nick Bosa has like 7 to 8 more sacks than his brother right now. Or something like that. I think he has like 6 more sacks or something like that. I think he deserves Defensive Player of the Year, Nick Bosa.
I think he's fourth in the league in sacks. I think Nick Bosa is first in the league in QB knockdowns. And he's like second in the league in tackles for loss. I mean, he should be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation.
But I think they're just going to give it to freaking Aaron Donald, which I do understand. He's a good player too, but they're probably going to go with him again. Or TJ Watt. Who knows? I don't know. Wait, but he's on a bad team that year, so I don't think so. Wouldn't it be kind of surprising if it came down to at least another the consecutive year, Aaron Donald's been winning that award all the year, dude. So it's kind of been whatever.
Well, if Daniel Brunskill owns Aaron Donald in that last game, I don't think he should get Defensive Player of the Year.
I don't know, man. Like he makes Daniel Brunskill look like a damn All-Pro guard out there. He makes him look like an All-Pro out there. Yeah.
I wonder what it is about Aaron Donald playing against Aaron Donald that makes Daniel Brunskill step up that much. I mean, if he would play like that every game, he'd be on the Pro Bowl.
Dude, I think he's kind of shown the reason why we want to stick with him, but then there's times we don't feel confident with him, so we have to let freaking Tom Compton out there. Dude, I don't know why he's even still on the roster, Tom Compton. Should he already been cut, but he's already sticking around because he got the royalty.
Well, if Shanahan didn't have a problem with rookies, I've always said that Mike Shanahan and Kyle Shanahan just don't like playing rookies. But then I'm wondering if that Aaron Banks guy would be starting at right guard and Brunskill would be out at right tackle. But
I would think that would be the idea, but I think Aaron Banks is just slow in progress. So I think he kind of been nothing more than just a project and wasted a second-round pick for this guy.
Well, I'm going to wait until the end of next year before I say Aaron Banks is a bust, but because I want to see the kid on the field.
Well, it kind of seems like a Josh Garnett 2.0 the way it seemed like. And he wore the same exact number.
Yeah, Josh Garnett. Yeah, I hear you.
Like, dude, I don't know. Seems to me it's tricky with. But then you got what's his name, Jalen Moore, who's a lot better. Play a lot of different spots out there. What do you think of Jalen Moore?
Well, he's pretty raw, but I've liked what I've seen out of him so far. I'm still thinking that Shanahan hates them rookies though, and that's why Compton's out there versus him. But
yeah, our favoritism.
Yep.
So what do you think, Corey? What do you think's gonna happen to tomorrow?
I think we're gonna win tomorrow. Hopefully.
Hopefully. Are you being biased?
I'm just, I'm just a little worried because I haven't seen much what Trey Lance can do.
Well, as long as that running game is working, and as long as he's able to get some of those receivers to make the catches, I think there's nothing more to worry about. But we're going to expect growing pains from this kid. So getting the experience is going to get better. So I feel like that's all we need to look forward to with Trey Lance. Give him some experience. Let him play. Let him learn. And eventually it's going to be his time he's going to be our guy. So Jimmy G, he's either good as gone, or I'd be surprised if he even sticks around next year. But he would have to take a big freaking pay cut to stick around.
Yeah.
I don't see us keeping him at $27 million. I mean, not. We have 30 plus free agents. We we have our own players to re-sign for long-term extensions. We have some holes to fill when it comes to cornerback. I don't see Jimmy G being around next year unless he takes a drastic pay cut, down to like 5 to 7 million range. But that's not going to happen. I think we should trade him for the first 4th round pick someone offers us, but that's just me.
Yeah. Then you can take away the cap space and avoid it, and then you can have the other team deal with it. If they have a lot of cap space, they can deal with this Jimmy G's pay.
I mean, cut or traded, Jimmy G's only I think $2.4 million cap hit next year. So that's really not bad.
Yeah.
But if you trade him, a team will want to probably extend him and maybe work out a contract with him. So maybe that would be a good situation for him because if another team gets him for this offseason, you're only getting him for 1 year. So maybe you might want to work out a contract to where you can extend it and add some extra incentive on his contract or something like that.
Well, maybe they'll just tell him to play out his contract because they want to see if he's worth an extension.
But you know how some teams are; they want to invest. But yeah, maybe that 1 year contract can give him something to prove. I think maybe this would be kind of an interesting team. Maybe the Houston Texans because they don't have a quarterback going forward, or maybe the Broncos, maybe the Steelers, maybe the Washington football team.
Yep, the no names, yeah.
David,
they're actually talking about names for them in YTC stream. I think it was last night, and I suggested the Washington Wolverines, and TOP's like, that's a GOAT name. You should make money off that. I'm sitting there going, huh?
The Wolverines, that would be catchy. Mm-hmm. Washington Red Bulls. Would that be funny? The Washington Red Bulls.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking about the Washington Red Tails, and that's like the Tuskegee Airmen from World War II. It was that
would be catchy.
All black air wing. That's who they were.
But I don't think I think it would eventually lead to offensive again. So I don't know.
It might.
But going with the Wolverines would be kind of cool. But then, like you said, there's other good team names. Washington. What was the other one I said that was kind of interesting? The Red Bulls. Now that would be interesting. You can have the logo the same way, but you just call them the Washington Red Bulls. See, Red Bulls because the drink, and they can get it as a sponsor. And they can change their stadium from FedEx Field to Red Bull Stadium. What do you think? You think they should go from FedEx Field to Red Bull Stadium?
Well, if Red Bull's willing to invest, why not?
That would. Hey, what do you think, Corey? Washington Red Bulls?
Yeah. Yeah, you do that.
Yeah. or the Washington like Wolverines. That does have a good catch to it. Or the Washington Coyotes.
Well, that's not a bad one. I mean,
yeah, the Coyotes. What's offensive about the Coyotes? Nothing. They're just animals.
Yep.
And they can do that howl sound, whatever. Yeah, man. So the game's about to start tomorrow, huh? What time do we play? We play in the afternoon, right?
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to wake up till later then. If I get up, I'll probably stream it.
I just hope they show it on local TV because normally they don't. They normally, like, if the Broncos are playing, they'll play that.
Well, because you're in Utah, so it would either be Broncos. It would either be Broncos, but now it's Raiders now, so Raiders are around.
The Raiders are actually closer.
Yeah, that's what it is because they're in Las Vegas, so they're going to be able to broadcast that in Utah too. So yeah, but a lot of them down there like Cowboys too. So I don't know why. It's weird. Man, so I'm probably gonna have to figure out a way to stream this game. So I'll probably gonna stream it tomorrow. If you guys want to catch in, man, you could definitely put on another stream. But I haven't been able to do a lot of streaming lately. I know Corey's been pushing and saying, "Hey, when you're gonna have another stream so we can do therapy and all this stuff?" And I'm like, "No, Corey, man, I don't know. I've been too busy with the damn schedule. It's been killing me, man. Like I've been working split shift. I've been working different locations." And I've been trying to get my bosses to like give me something permanent, something permanent to where I can work a schedule and get something to be flexible. But it hasn't been the case. So it's kind of been like the business park. It's kind of been like a cool place, but I'm a little concerned about how those people would watch me. So you can't be on the phone like everybody else. So it's like because they got a lot of these people that work at those insurance or the bank place. And I got to be on my A game to watch a lot of stuff. So this one's not too bad. Yeah, this place where I'm at right now, it's in the bad side of town, but there's not much going on over here right now. So that's cool.
Is it cold?
Yeah, but I'm inside the building. I'm inside the laundry room or something.
Hold on though. What do you consider cold? Because it's like it's 8 degrees on my porch right now.
Oh, that's nothing compared to you, man. You got more cold than me. Nah, we're talking 40 or maybe 30 something degrees.
Oh wow. Yeah, it'll be a balmy 32. Well, it don't get this cold very often, but it'll be a balmy 32 tomorrow. So I mean.
Yeah. So the Washington Red Bulls. Yeah.
David.
So you're not going to be able to. So you probably won't be able to watch that Niners game on station, huh?
I probably won't. I mean, it just depends on if they show it. I hope they do.
Well, maybe Utah should consider having all that Niners station because of Steve Young. Come on.
You'd figure, but like the Texans having their record, they'll probably show like the Ravens or the Packers, or they'll try to show something that they think is going to be more competitive.
We don't know. Houston could be a trap game if I'm being honest. Like, dude, we can't sleep on them. Look what they did to the Chargers.
This is true.
Yeah, the Chargers, the Chargers have a really good squad, but come on, they lost to the Texans. They gave up 41 points.
Well, on top of that,
27,
the
yeah,
Texans,
29 to 41. Yeah.
oh, I know. But the Texans' defensive line is intact. And apparently they haven't been intact all season. I'm going, what? And then, I was reading this article and it actually said that their defensive line is their deepest position. And I'm sitting there going, great. But, their linebacking core isn't that great. So their run defense, I believe they're close to last in the league. They're second to last in the league. So we should be able to run the ball all over them, but hopefully.
But the Chargers have a decent running game.
Yeah.
That's going to be tricky, man. I'm hoping it's not a trap game, but who knows? Plus, you're playing a rookie quarterback, so you're going to expect growing pains from him.
Well, like right after we drafted Trey Lance, I was on Rumbo, which I'm not even subscribed to Rumbo anymore because of, how the fans are there. But, a lot of them are unrealistic. But a lot of these guys were saying, how is Trey Lance going to learn in practice? You got to get him in the game. He can't learn in practice. And I'm sitting there pointing out, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Steve Young. They all learned in practice, and they turned out okay. So what are you guys talking about?
So a lot of Rumbo's people, man, like they're good. I mean, no offense to Rumbo, he's cool. But, man, I don't know. Some of those other guys, like I get that other guy named The Big Show. What the hell is he talking about? You know what I'm talking about? The Big Show?
Uh-uh.
I do.
That guy does not know shit about football, period. But then again, there's quite a few of those other guys that go on there. But remember that other guy, Dollar Will, whatever? He used to go on Rumble all the time, but not anymore.
I think he actually stepped over the edge and got like banned from Rumbo.
Oh, and I guess that Miller guy got banned too. So cool. Remember that Michael Miller got banned for that bash on Rumbo's channel?
Ooh, he did?
Remember that video I showed you? I don't know if you saw that video. Remember when he was talking shit about him, telling him that you should do it your channel or he said some shit about like how you don't know shit or you're defending Jimmy when you shouldn't.
Yeah.
You didn't see that video where he was like debating with Rumble and talking about Jimmy?
I didn't.
I'll probably have to show you that video. It's on my it's on one of the videos I posted I think it was like 5 or 6 months ago. But it was like a debatable argument where he was talking about how Jimmy Garoppolo is like a Russian roulette. and he told Jimmy, like, okay, I'll show you the video. I'll say it. I'll probably need to find it, but I'll show you right now. Let me get back to you. I'll put it under the link, and you can just click into it, and you'll probably see what I'm talking about. I mean, Corey saw it, right? Did you see it,
Yeah.
Corey?
Yeah, I thought.
Was that kind of funny or stupid of him?
Yeah.
He's like a Russian roulette. He's like a $57 million Russian roulette. I never knew. He said something about $57 million Russian roulette. I thought it was 27, bro. The hell?
Well, I mean, if Jimmy G could throw outside the numbers, not hold on to the ball, get the ball out, throw into tighter windows, I really wouldn't have a problem with the guy.
Yeah.
But,
I'll be right back. I'm gonna just show you that video. It's funny.
David.
Yeah. I mean, Trey Lance, he has a stronger arm.
Yeah.
He's been working on throwing on tight windows during practice all season. Well, Fred Warner actually pulled him aside. I'm sure you read that.
Yeah.
But he pulled him aside and said, "Look, dude, this is practice. You're supposed to make mistakes. You're supposed to push yourself. You're supposed to, put yourself in situations in practice that you wouldn't do during a game. So start taking those risks. Start throwing into tight windows. Start seeing what you can do." And, you know, the last month he's been doing that. So I guess he's made some serious progress. But we're about to find out.
Yeah, we are. They, thank you for being in my audience.
Oh, man. No problem, Corey. I didn't even know you had a YouTube channel until you mentioned it. I was like, what? And I went and searched it and subscribed right then, you know?
Yep. That's it.
I noticed a few more people be coming in and out here and there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm no CG or no 96 number.
Yep. Yeah. I'm hoping more people join us. It'd make it a little funner.
Yep. And then I just got to figure out what I'm going to do for the summer. For the all season.
Oh, there's Tommy. What's up, Tommy?
Okay. See, I hate if I try to go see the comments in my phone, when I'm on my phone, it sometimes knocks me off the video. I mean, oh man, I had to go find your back. I go search.
It's a call. Look, there's Roberto. Hey, it's a call-in show. You know, if you guys like scroll up to the top of the chat, the link still might be there.
Yeah. That's one thing I gotta learn how to put that link up there and all that stuff.
Yeah, I got about another 20 minutes, then I gotta hit the sack because I have much duties to take care of tomorrow because of how much my old lady works. I take care of a lot of stuff, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, before I go to bed, I gotta make my game threads for my groups.
I actually planned on having her here tonight, you know, keep me warm, but no, she gets called into work. Well, next weekend she's not supposed to be on call, but she wasn't supposed to be on call this weekend. But the person that was supposed to be got sick, and they have like protocols. You know, she has to have so many negative COVID tests before, you know, that person's available. So
yeah, yeah, my auntie tested positive for COVID not that long ago too. But she said she's not feeling the symptoms of it. But she got tested positive.
Well, if you've been vaccinated, then you can actually carry it and, you know, pass it to people, and just you don't know you have it. So it's kind of, you know, I mean, you got vaccinated, so you did the right thing for yourself. But I mean, it's like, you know, even if you got vaccinated, you still have to be cautious. You know, I'm not saying wear a mask everywhere. I'm, you know, when I had to wear a mask, I did. But when I was at work, like if I'm not around people, I was taking it off because my work sometimes, you know, it's physically draining and I'm breathing, and, you know, used to get lightheaded when I had a mask on. So.
Yeah, I'll get my booster shot tomorrow.
I think I'm still like a couple months away because I was, you know, the Utah they had like, so, you know, if you're healthy, you have to wait for everybody else. So I had to wait for everybody else because I haven't been sick in 7 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I called my doctor. He was like 3 weeks ago. She said, "Oh, here, let me traffic number so you can set the appointment up.
Yeah, Roberto, that's facts. You really can't breathe well with a mask on. I mean, yeah. COVID went through my shop like wildfire. I was one of the 3 people that didn't get it. I think we had 20 something employees at that point. And it was like, I was the guy that literally got the disinfectant bottle, the rag, and like sterilized the entire shop after everyone was sent home. So
Cardo's here, guys.
Hey,
Ladies and
CG.
gentlemen, what's up, man?
So I got a question for you. How confident are you that Trey Lance is going to start tomorrow?
I'm hoping that he can be able to improve better and hopefully win the game. As far as expectations, I'm not expecting much from him. I'm expecting at least him getting experience and improving better.
How well do you think he's gonna do? Like, is he gonna perform well, or is he gonna he's gonna, because he's a rookie? So I'm not really hoping that Jimmy G is much more of a veteran quarterback. He knows much more of the game more.
I'm expecting this kid to get enough experience will be the key factor. As long as he can be able to get the experience that he needs, he'll get better in no time. So it's like, as far as the experience when it comes for Trey Lance, it will be all about getting the experience. But do I feel confident about him against the Texans? I think he should be able to beat the Texans. Texans have a lot of weakness, and Trey Lance, there's not much film on the kid. So what are you going to expect from him?
So for me, I'm saying that I'm done with the Deshaun Watson incident. I just want him out of Houston. I just want him, I want him gone, because there's no point having him still here. And why should he still be on the team if he sucks?
He doesn't suck. It's just his issues, his incident. I don't think he does not suck, man. He's good player.
He has legal issues, Shardall.
No, but he shouldn't be on the team then if he has all those legal issues. Like, it's just
there is baggage with players, man. But Deshaun Watson is far from being trash, bro. He's a really good player. Just legal issues. That's all we're talking about.
Illegal issues that don't even know if they're true.
And
they can be truth be told.
But for Deshaun Watson, he needs to correct what he's doing, or if he keeps getting involved in these legal cases, he's going to get involved with law enforcement if he keeps getting involved in all these legal issues.
Law enforcement are kind of just waiting and see what happens. They're not even going to get involved until there's more evidence.
Hey David, when do you think law enforcement is going to get involved with this? Because right now there's no point for them to get involved, but is there a point when they're going to get if you keep messing up and doing all these things, then we're going to catch you, and then there's going to be one point of time when we're going to get involved in this, no matter if you don't want us to be involved in it or what. There's one way or the other, we're going to get involved.
So pretty much right now, Deshaun Watson is in one of those he said, she said situations. And when it comes down to it, it's his word against their word. So there's no real evidence for law enforcement to go after him. But there's a bunch of all the ladies have civil suits going against him right now.
But I'm saying there's going to be one point in time when they will get involved. I mean, they like, if they have to get involved, then they will.
Well, that's what I'm about to get at.
You ever heard of the hush money?
Yes, the hush money, the civil suits. So if he actually pays out the civil suits, then he's really admitting guilt, and that's when something will happen, and they'll get probably involved, and that's why he hasn't paid the hush money, because he doesn't want to admit guilt.
So right now, what you're trying to say is right now they're assessing what's going to go on. They're not making a decision yet, but they're going to assess what's going to go. And if they have to make a decision and come to an agreement, like, what are we going to do with this guy?
there's nothing for them to go through. Like Steven Rose put it in a good situation. Like if there's no like if legal issues ain't gonna go away, what's the point of the Texans holding on to him for?
Yeah,
They're
that's
not
why
gonna
he
get
should
much.
go. Because they shouldn't hold on to him if he like there. What's the point holding on to somebody like that if they're gonna make it? If they're gonna turn the whole Houston organization to a toxic environment.
There's a lot of toxic in Houston. If I'm kind of being honest, I mean, they got rid of them. A lot of their
David,
players that they had before, they're just been gone.
What are your thoughts? Do you think that there's a toxic environment being created here in Houston with Deshaun Watson being around?
Yes.
You had
And what are some
Hopkins
ways
that was there for a while, then he got
clean...
he got traded.
So for David, I'm asking that what are some ways that they can remove much toxic as possible to make it less, make it a safer place, where fans can feel comfortable, and they don't need to be around all that toxic BS and all that stuff.
When it comes down to Houston, it all starts at the ownership. And I mean, the lawyer that's bringing all these lawsuits against Deshaun Watson is a friend of the Houston Texans owner. So I mean, they literally shot themselves in the foot just by doing that. But it all starts with the owner. I mean, I'm pretty convinced that they need to sell the team to someone who actually cares.
Yeah, because when it comes to NFL, it really matters on the owner. Like, if the owner's good and he cares about the team, then but if the owner is not the best, then really, it's basically on your owner. If your owner's good, then the team's good. If the owner's bad, your team's bad. That's how it works.
That's how it would end up being like. I mean, it all depends about ownership too.
If your owner's messed up, and then your team's messed up. If your owner's great, your team's great. Basically depends on your owner, how good your owner is.
Not the case. I mean, there can be really good owners, but it can always depend on the culture.
I mean, for John Lynch, he's a good. I mean, he's a good person, but people don't like John Lynch. People want Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch gone. If the Niners lose the remaining 2 games, as Steven Rose, as somebody said, that if they lose the remaining 2 games in the season.
I don't know about Shanahan going. He ain't going nowhere. Like, I think the one guy who would be out is John Lynch. That's it.
No, but I'm saying that but right now, like, remember Steven Rose stated that if the 49ers lose the remaining 2 games in the season, then they're basically out of the playoffs, and they need to fire. First, they need to fire John Lynch, and if Shanahan messes up, they need to fire Shanahan as well.
Yeah, well, Shanahan gets at least another time to develop Trey Lance. He'll get a full year to develop this guy, and then that would be it.
But when you think of David, when you think of John Lynch,
what's up, CG?
I'm not sure why they want to fire John Lynch. Wasn't John Lynch in the Hall of Fame with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Well, he's in the Hall of Fame as a player, but not a GM. When it comes down to it, John Lynch and Jimmy Garoppolo will be the scapegoats if we lose these 2 games and don't make the playoffs.
So if we lose the remaining 2 games, Jimmy Garoppolo.
No, we better not.
So David, so you're saying that if we lose the remaining 2 games, Jimmy Garoppolo and John Lynch are gonna go from the team, are gonna basically be let go from the team.
Scapegoats,
they will definitely be gone.
If we lose the game against the Texans, and then the other game on the 9th against the LA Rams, if we lose both of those games, it's Jimmy G's last season. I think it's probably Jimmy G's last season in San Francisco, in my opinion. It's going to be Trey Lance next year, 2022. It's not going to be Jimmy G anymore.
I actually see you guys blowing out the Texans.
Yeah, because we're going to blow the Texans out, and then Trey Lance is going to get the start, and then it's going to be Trey Lance all day next year. It's not going to be Jimmy G next year, because Jimmy G is going to go.
Yeah,
Jimmy G is good as
I don't believe
man.
in Jimmy G. He makes really bad throws. He doesn't make good decisions. He's not a good. I mean, he just doesn't think properly. I think Trey Lance would be better.
Well, Jimmy G holds on to the ball too long. He makes
Yeah,
high
he
and
holds
low
on. He hugs
throws.
it.
And did
He
you
hugs it like
see
he's hugging like a porn star, bro. Like he's hugging Mia. Like it's like Mia he's holding on to, bro.
you know
Come on.
like when he thought of Jimmy G, did you see that that pass to Kyle Juszczyk? That was so off. Like he didn't even like that pass was not even like anywhere close to him catching it.
Well, he actually injured his thumb with about 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
But
And
in my opinion, who do you think is better? Because in my opinion, Jimmy G is good, but Trey Lance is good too. So it's kind of hard to make a decision between who I think is better, because they're both really good quarterbacks. They have really good potential, both of them. Trey Lance
I'll wait
and
it out for you
Garoppolo.
right
So what's
here.
up, Betty?
Yeah,
What were you gonna say,
I was
Eddie?
gonna say.
So
Yeah, I
do you
was
think
gonna
I
say
should
like.
keep
Sorry,
my
sorry. Go
Jimmy G
ahead.
jersey, or should I sell it and then stick with my Lance jersey?
I would sell it and stick with your Lance jersey. But when it comes down to it, Jimmy G is what he is. Trey
Like
Lance
game
has
manager.
a lot of
So should
upside. We haven't
so I-
seen what he can do yet.
So what you're saying
Well,
is should I keep my Jimmy Garoppolo jersey and just not wear it, and then just wear my Lance jersey and keep that in case Lance gets injured, then I could have my put on my Jimmy G jersey again.
Okay, let's see what Eddie's got to say, man. He was gonna say something before he goes on a shift.
Because I know you guys were saying Jimmy Garoppolo holds the ball too long.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, because
yeah.
well, I know we kind of have that problem too with Russell Wilson.
The only problem is the fair argument is if Tom Compton's blocking for you, you're going to hold on to the ball. Then I can understand why Jimmy's getting sacked, because Tom Compton can't block worth a crap.
Yeah, because I know, like for us, it's like Russell Wilson. At times, he just needs to learn to just throw the ball or just run down the field with it.
I think Russell Wilson used to be a quick releaser, bro. As you get older, you're not the same. You have to evolve more when you get older, and I think that's the thing with Russell Wilson is, yeah, he may hold on to the ball, but he was able to escape out of the pocket at one point, so he was able to get away.
Hey David, Run Creeper Uno 5 says, who do you want to play in the first round of the playoffs?
Give me the damn Cardinals. I want to get rid of them.
Well, the Cardinals are probably going to be a wild card team because they're going to get blown out by the Cowboys tomorrow.
Yeah. We want to end their season on a good note.
So I honestly think we're going to end up playing the Cowboys or the Rams.
No, I'm seeing Tampa Bay. I'm looking at Tampa Bay and the Rams.
I wouldn't mind playing Tampa Bay. I really wouldn't.
But it would be BS, bro, because they're gonna protect Brady on this shit, man.
So David, so for me, if Jimmy Garoppolo leaves the 49ers, what are some possible trade destinations that he could think about going to?
Denver.
Pittsburgh, maybe.
What else?
Denver has good talent for him. They just need a quarterback.
What about I know a team that would be really good. It would be really good if Jimmy Garoppolo goes to Tampa Bay to team up with his boy Tom Brady.
Nah, he would be a backup, bro. He'd be nowhere, dude.
Why?
Washington needs a quarterback.
But I thought, like,
You
how
already
can he not
said-
do that? Because then when they have Brady and Gronk are in Tampa Bay, wouldn't you have Brady,
It
Gronk,
wouldn't make
and
sense, dude.
Garoppolo?
He wants to be a starter, not a backup.
Why?
Come
But
on,
if
man.
you trade Jimmy Garoppolo to Tampa Bay, then he'll
That's a waste of time. Okay, dude, what you just said right there.
So
Tom Brady is a starter, bro. There is no way in hell Jimmy wants to go there, bro. If he wanted to go to Tampa Bay, he would want to ask the GM or just get cut, bro. And I highly doubt that he would want to go there. Here's the destination for Jimmy Garoppolo. Houston, they are a rebuilding team. I don't know if he wants to go there, but there's potential. Maybe they could be a wild card team next year or two, but Steven Rose is not too high on it, but who knows? You got Washington football. Washington football is a solid team, but they don't have a quarterback, so they can be very competitive in that division. You got the Broncos. They're very talented, but no quarterback.
What about going back to the Patriots?
Oh no, Steelers.
No, not Steelers. No, not Steelers.
Oh, he's talking about the Patriots.
Yeah, can you go back
No,
to his old team?
they don't need a quarterback. Hell
No,
bro.
but
They got
Mac
Jones.
Jones is good enough.
Oh,
they got Mac Jones.
No, but
So-
you know what people say about Mac Jones? People say he's
Maybe
like
Cleveland if they move on from Baker Mayfield. Maybe
he's
Cleveland.
just like Jimmy
huh?
Garoppolo. He has the same numbers as Jimmy Garoppolo, number 10. So that's what people think is silly, that he wears the same number as Jimmy G.
Hey,
Number
look at
10.
this.
Actually, so here, I think Carolina, Denver, Green Bay, because Aaron Rodgers is going to be gone. The Steelers.
They do need somebody to
without
replace
him,
Roethlisberger.
he could end up with New Orleans.
New Orleans.
because
Oh,
they
but
have
then there's
cap
cap
issues.
space. They have cap space problems. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying if we cut him, he could end up there because of their cap space issues. But I mean,
Well, with the
that's
Dolphins-
about the maybe the Texans. Yeah, I mean they have David Mills. They might just roll with him.
Dude, a lot of his game is pretty much solid, but I don't know if he'll be a serviceable starter.
Yeah.
But from what quite a few of the Texans vidmakers have told me, that he just doesn't show traits of starters, but he's good enough to stick around.
But now, because I say now, if you guys would have got Mac Jones in the draft, it's like, I think he probably would get Rookie of the Year.
Dude, I don't think he would make no difference, man. That's just getting Jimmy Garoppolo 2.0, if not. I don't know, dude. There's no difference. Like, getting Mac Jones is getting a guy who's just not going to elevate your offense. As soon as that running game slows down, he ain't doing nothing. And have you noticed how the Patriots running game can get stopped? As soon as you slow down that running game, Mac Jones doesn't really do much. It's kind of like how I've seen it with a lot of those other quarterbacks. Matt Ryan, if a running game goes well, he's going to have a breakout year. If a running game does well for them, they're going to do good. But Mac Jones, he's just good if the running game works in his favor. I'll be right back. I got to do a picture quick checkup.
Yeah, Roberto, I'd like to see the Cow Patties fans cry too, buddy. I'm with you.
Yeah, I would love to see them cry too.
Would you love to see Jimmy Garoppolo on the Seahawks? The Seahawks have Russell Wilson, but is Russell Wilson going to be gone?
No.
Is he going to be
I
gone?
don't know. He said he wants to stay, so we're probably because knowing us, we're probably going to be paying him again.
But David, my question to you is that which NFL team needs a quarterback?
The Panthers, the Broncos. If you're talking about next year, the Steelers.
Maybe something we could do for the Broncos is Drew Lock. Drew Lock is underrated. I don't like Drew Lock. I don't know why people are so much on Drew Lock. Why do they like Drew Lock so much? He's not great. He's a joke. He's a joke of a quarterback. They should get rid of Drew Lock, and they should trade Drew Lock and bring in Jimmy Garoppolo to take Drew Lock's spot.
I would say the Raiders should get a quarterback.
No, because I'm saying
give the Raiders a new quarterback.
No, I'm saying Drew Lock.
Oh, hell no, dude. Giving them Jimmy G, but then Derek Carr would be interesting.
Hey, CG, I have a thing for you. What do you think about trading Drew Lock and bringing replacing him with Jimmy G? Because Drew Lock is so bad, underrated, most underrated quarterback ever.
Oh, dude.
So
okay,
bad.
here's what we can do with that, man. You just brought in the name Drew Lock. I think he could be the perfect backup for Trey Lance.
So what they
develop
can
him.
do? They can trade Drew Lock to San Francisco, and then they can bring in Jimmy Garoppolo to trade in for Drew Lock.
And then we get a 5th round draft pick for that trade. And then the fact that you can and Drew Lock would only just be a backup, and Trey Lance would be our starter. That would be brilliant.
Would that
work? Coach up this guy, yeah.
Hey, David, would that work or no? To have Drew Lock as the backup.
I could see that working.
And
I mean,
bring,
Drew Lock,
bring Jimmy G to Denver. Would that work?
Yeah, Drew Lock is a serviceable backup. I could totally see that working, but
I mean,
I'm convinced that the Broncos are going to go after Aaron Rodgers. They're going to give that everything they've got.
Do you also agree with that? What we're
don't
talking
give us
about?
Mason Rudolph, Stillers. Don't.
Hey, Seahawks Eddie, do you also believe in what CG and David and I are talking about to have Drew Lock as the backup to Lance, and then
he's a serviceable backup. He is a serviceable backup. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that would make a lot of sense. Actually, in my opinion, that would make a lot of sense.
Okay, this is coming from a Seattle fan. That's like, because I know it's probably better than having Nick Mullins or CJ Beathard.
It can't be worse than those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, Trey. Do you think that the Nick Mullins the Eagles should trade Mullins?
Dude, Mullins is not on our roster no more. What are you talking about, man?
No.
No.
He
I
plays
think
in the,
no. He's in Cleveland though.
Oh,
Yeah,
Cleveland.
he's in their practice squad too.
Because remember he started against the Raiders last week.
CG,
the other week, yeah.
I'm so happy we traded Nick Mullins, man. I didn't want Nick
But
Mullins.
we didn't trade him; he just left.
He left.
Yeah, we just cut him.
Why did they cut him? Was he not good
No,
enough?
we didn't cut him. He tested out as a free agent, so we didn't sign his tender, so we let him go.
But
remember he was restricted, and then we let him go, so he was tested. We had the option of whether to keep him.
If Trey Lance starts on Sunday against Houston, how many yards is he gonna throw for? And and how many touchdowns is he gonna have? And he definitely should not have. He definitely shouldn't have any interceptions. That's gonna blow my mind. If Trey Lance is a rookie and he gets intercepted more than one time, that's gonna blow my mind.
Well, you're gonna expect growing pains with this kid. I'm not expecting too high expectation for him.
But he's young. But this guy, I believe this guy should do really good because he's younger than Jimmy G. Jimmy G's 30 years old. Trey Lance is 21 years old. He's 9 years older than Jimmy G.
Well, I'm expecting us to run the ball a lot, so I'm thinking it's going to be 200-ish yards rushing. And I would like to, when it comes to his throwing yards, probably 200 to 230 is what we're looking at.
That would be solid, yeah. And maybe one or two touchdown passes and maybe just one little interception, but that would be it.
So, David, if you were the coach and the Niners going to score a touchdown, would you rather they run the ball or they pass the ball? If you were a coach, if you were Kyle Shanahan, you were thinking about what should we do here? What's going to give us the most success? Should we run it or pass it?
I would more than likely do a play action pass because if we get there, we're going to be running the ball a lot. So the defense will definitely bite on the play action, and then hopefully juice is open in the wings.
So you would rather prefer you would pass it rather than run it.
Yep.
Basically, I'm putting you in the shoes of Kyle Shanahan. What you would do if you were Kyle Shanahan.
Oh yeah, I would throw the ball, but I would also, but I would do something deceptive to throw the ball though. I wouldn't just make it painfully obvious. I would set us up in like the I formation, like we're gonna run it, and then have Trey Lance sell that run like it's actually happening, and then pass it out to the flat.
So CG, so I have that thing. Who do you think is John Jay? Who do you think is going to be the X factor for the Niners, and who do you think is going to be the X factor for the Texans?
What's up, CG?
So my question to John Jay is that who do you think is going to be an X factor for the 49ers? And then who do you think is going to be an X factor for the Texans?
Give me 1 minute, Shardal. I need to talk to CG.
Oh, what's going on, man?
All right, so apparently Butters is going nuts. He's going to expose all of us. So I want to let you know that if he comes at me, it's going to be hell for him. I don't know.
I'm hoping he doesn't come at me because I haven't been around. So
Man, what's been going?
So John,
I've been listening.
We'll
let Eddie talk, guys. He wanted to say something.
Okay. Yeah, I've been listening to a couple of his hangouts. It's like, what's been going on with Butters? Because I remember I know how you guys roasted Nate Hawk, and then there's that other one I say that was pretty hilarious.
Oh, the Bane.
Bane. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I was like, no. I told him, Butters, do not delete that hangout. No. Well, he kept the.
Nobody likes you, Bane.
John Jay. So let's take it one at a time. So the first thing is that who do you think is going to be an X factor for the 49ers?
For this game, it's Trey Lance because I want to see how
Mhm.
Kyle is going to use him. So that's
And
the
the
simple. That's the
and the
simple.
second thing is that who do you
And
think
the
is
X
gonna,
factor for the Texans is Brandon Cooks because if he can get on a roll and play, it's going to be hard for our secondary. That would probably be the one X factor for the Texans is Brandon Cooks.
Mhm. Yep. So that's about it.
and my other question is that who do you think is gonna win between the 49ers and the Texans, and what do you think the score will be?
So by the numbers, the Texans' defense is one of the worst defense in the NFL. Their run defense is the worst in the NFL, and the Niners are one of the best run offense. So when you look at our run game, if the run game does what they're supposed to be doing, the Niners are going to win this game. I don't do prediction, I don't do scores, but that's my prediction when it comes to the game.
I'm going to answer this guy's question right here. He asking me like, do I think Pete Carroll is going to get fired after this season? Like, no. Only one bad season don't mean anything.
Yep.
Well, I mean, he's getting up in age, so it could be the X factor there, but I don't think he's going to be fired. I think he'll either retire or something.
Just retire.
CG, my question to you is that when do you think Trey Lance is gonna be the GOAT?
I don't want to hear that phrase "goat," man. There's no other.
Yeah.
There's no phrase of the word "goat." Goat.
Yeah.
Goat shouldn't even be a conversation. That should just belong to Joe Montana. Nobody else.
I'm so I'm actually so great that you asked this question, Shardog. Right now, we should not put pressure on Trey Lance because look what we did to Jimmy Garoppolo. Look at the pressure, injuries, inconsistency. So, and then you go back to Colin Kaepernick. He had a really good early career, but at the end of his career, he decided to do whatever he wanted to do, and also his inconsistency. Alex Smith was crowned the next Joe Montana. Alex Smith, inconsistent, good at times, but so if you say that when Trey Lance is going to be the GOAT, that's basically you're jinxing your quarterback. So that's a little tip about that question. It's an interesting question. I respect that question.
So my other question is that for you is that who is your Mount Rushmore of current 49er players?
You see the current 49ers, so Mount Rushmore. So you have four people. So right now, Deebo Samuel, he's a good runner and a good receiver. I'm gonna put George Kittle. He's a good blocker, good pass catcher, does a lot of things for that offense. Without him, our run game would not be really good, and he's a good pass catcher. Also, on the defense side of the ball, Fred Warner, he's an Iron Man. He's really healthy. When he's healthy, he's good. When he's consistent, he's good. He was an All-Pro for a reason. And what Nick Bosa is doing this year, those are four players who you can say Mount Rushmore right now.
My preference simple. Okay, Deebo Samuel, he does a lot on offense, and then George Kittle. So that's on offense. Defensively, Nick Bosa, for sure, because he built our defense around, but Fred Warner's another one. So I guess those are the four.
John J., so my question to you is that if the 49ers win the Super Bowl, who do you want to win MVP?
Oh, don't talk Super Bowl, please, not right now.
CG, your audio is a little bit acting up. Just
I was gonna say you may want to fix your audio.
My bad. I'll be right back.
Anyway, all right. So Shardal, I hope this is not in bad taste, but I had a guest on a week ago, and you were asking a lot of questions, and my guest was a little bit furious and disrespected. So in the future, you can ask questions, but don't ask like 25 questions because my guest, they don't want to answer 25 questions. So it's not your fault. I understand, you have a lot of questions. So, but my guest that I have on, they want more a professional. So hopefully, I didn't, go at you a little bit. Like I said, I got your back. I know you're a little bit, different than most fans. And, I'm very careful with you. So that's one thing I wanted to bring up with you. I was a little bit scared to ask you, but, as a good friend, as a good person, I just want to, let you know that, some people don't find all your questions very charming. So I hope I wasn't too mean to you, and I apologize in advance.
No, I mean, nothing wrong with it, what you're doing, Shardall, but sometimes you ask a lot of questions very fastly, bro. Like, just take one question at a time.
Mhm.
And it makes it kind of, because when I want to get the questions, like, some of your questions may be the more interesting ones, some of them, but the rest of them, bro, I'm like, man, I don't think Stephen Rose wants to listen to that question, you know? But when you were bringing up Tyrod Taylor, I put it into your mark. I marked it in, and then he gave me an honest opinion. And then Deshaun Watson. But when you were talking about these all-time stuff, bro, I don't think Stephen Rose even cared about bringing up the all-time stuff.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Shardo. I hope I wasn't too mean.
No,
to
but
you.
we're just speaking truth. I mean, some of your questions could be fine, but sometimes you make so many random questions. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro?
Well, I didn't even listen to that.
Yeah.
But no, it's not of like being honest, man. You're a cool dude. I got nothing against you.
I know you're a good dude. Some people just, think you're a little bit off-putting. So
sometimes you may be off, but I can tolerate it. It's cool.
like I said, remember, like I said earlier on another stream, I don't hate people. I give them constructive criticism because I want them to become better people. So hopefully, I become too negative.
Hey, on the bright side, you were on the Grant Cohn show, bruh. So you got something there.
Yeah. Anyway, well,
we got BPS. BPS.
Oh, I was
what's going on?
Oh, let's
I haven't
go.
seen this guy in a minute.
Check. Let's go.
What's
Kyle
good,
Juszczyk.
CG?
What's good? Where's Corey? I forgot he disappeared.
Kyle Juszczyk. Kyle Juszczyk. Better than the Eagles.
Bro, you always say that as soon as
Hey, you started it, man. You were the one talking shit for many months, even after the game ended.
Hey, I think it's going to come down to the Niners and Eagles making the playoffs for that last spot.
I hope the Eagles don't make the playoffs because then BPS is going to be roasting me.
I think it comes down with Saints, but I think it's going to be Eagles and Niners.
I know because his Dodgers beat my Giants, so I'm still salty about that.
Boo! We lost to the damn Dodgers. Damn it!
How's your night going, PPS?
BPS, what can Brown do for you?
Are you there?
I don't know. Probably bad reception, or the Eagles are trying to catch him.
What's going on?
I can't hear him.
Anyway.
Oh, come on, man. I mean, I think the Saints are going to have a tough.
He's muted.
Yeah, BPS is muted.
Yeah.
BPS, what can Brown do for you?
Yeah.
What?
John Jay.
Yes.
So my question is, who are your top 5 wide receivers on the 49ers?
Is he the top 5 right now?
Right now.
What top 5? We're talking like guys on our practice squad. Come on, man.
It's hard because I know you have Debo, Ayuk, Juwan Jennings. He's still developing, so I don't know what his ceiling is. So I don't want to put him there. You see, Mohamed Sanu, he hasn't been playing, so I can't put him there because he's been inconsistent.
Maybe you should just put a top 3, dude, because you're kind of like doing too much of the ranking. Like if you're talking pecking order, okay, Debo Samuel's number 1, Brandon Ayuk number 2, but number 3, I may sound biased, but yeah, Juwan Jennings is kind of showing signs, so I definitely would put him number 3.
Like in the last 4 games, he's been playing really well, and his pass catching ability. So he might be that Kendrick Bourne. It's just that I don't like Kyle Shanahan putting people in the doghouse. Like if Juwan Jennings was doing good in the preseason, why did you wait till like week 12 to finally throw up a pass to him?
Well, he has his favorites. Remember, Mohamed Sanu was getting a lot of reps before.
Like he did have a touchdown against the Eagles, but after that, he was just like, oh man. Anyway.
Well, that was before Mohamed Sanu was injured too.
I know.
John Jay, what are your thoughts of Steph Curry as he becomes the first player to hit 3,000 career 3-pointers?
Steph Curry, man. I guess he's at another level.
Well, Steph Curry was always a good 3-ball shooter. He really revolutionized the game. I wasn't surprised because I remember he was averaging like 253s for like 4 years in a row. So he was gonna break Ray Allen's record. But I still think that Larry Bird, and I'm not a Celtics fan, was the best 3-ball and long ball shooter. And I'm a Warrior fan, so I'm giving props to Larry Bird.
I still think Ray Allen's one of the most. I think he's the better one too because when games were on the line, this guy won games for the Celtics.
Sure did.
Yeah, he had the best foul. He had the best foul.
So Steph Curry just broke another record today, which is absolute legendary. He hit his 158 3-pointers, so he broke his record of 157.
Oh, so he broke his own record, but he broke right now.
This guy just blowing up the game right now, man.
Well,
he just breaking records after records after records.
So
one
I
record.
don't know if you listened to me that he's had several seasons with 200 threes, 3 years in a row. So if he shoots like 251 3-pointers, that's the career best in one season. Because
that would be the more impressive record because it's like you said.
I'm not lying. Like I did not know that in one season he made over 200 threes. I was like, what? That's a lie. And I was like a little bit shocked. So I was like, let me do the numbers. That was weird. But anyway, it's anyway. Like I said, Steph Curry, he's a good shooter.
I'm getting a phone call, so I'll try and be back on.
Okay.
All right, man. Appreciate you, Eddie.
Yep.
But I'm still gonna say that Ray Allen's better. I don't know. Like I thought he was a really good, interesting player. As much as I hate to say it,
I know Warrior fans are gonna kill me, but I miss the days where you would posterize people like the inside game, the post back, and those short J's, jump shots. I miss those basketballs. Like now, the 3-ball is just like, it's pointless. It's like man, I know I'm gonna get a lot of heat for it, but today's basketball players are too soft to play during the Allen Iverson, the Kobe Bryants, the Michael Jordans, like those types of basketball.
Don't change. Yep. Yeah. A lot of the stuff is good.
John Jace. So the thing I really like about Steph Curry is he can shoot off the dribble, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I know, but he's not the first person to do that. There are other basketball players
who can. So you're saying there are other players who can shoot the ball off the dribble?
Yeah, in NBA history, there've been hundreds of basketball players that do that. It's just that Steph Curry and today's basketball players, they do it so much that
it's a habit.
Most people don't really care about it no more. They don't really care.
If you played if you played Madden football, and you wanted to build a super team of current Niner players, what team would you build if you wanted to make up a team? Like if you were like I want to make a like 5 players, and I want to make a super team of 5 players.
So what are we talking, basketball or football? What are you talking about?
Madden football. Okay. Madden NFL.
All right, what do you mean by 5 teams? Are we trying to make a 5-team basketball?
No, like a super team, like build 5 strong players to go against, like make like your own team and put them in the game.
All right, okay, I'll give you my 5 players on the team. Let's see, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel. Let's see, Trent Williams. I like him because he's like that big guy that you can depend on. He's a good lineman. Nick Bosa and Fred Warner.
Hey, David, if you were playing Madden football and you would want to build a super team of 5 players and put them in the game, who would be your 5? We already heard CG's take.
If you're talking like all time,
no, like all time.
Well, all time. I thought you were talking current, man.
No,
this is the thing that sometimes confuses me because like when you ask a question, like you're not.
It mixes me up.
Hey, David, let's keep it current. Let's not change it.
So current.
Yeah, current. Let's keep it current. I don't want to confuse you guys.
Well, quarterback, I'd probably go with Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, but I thought he was talking Niners. I thought he was talking Niners.
Niners.
49ers?
Yeah.
Current 49ers?
Current
Dude,
49ers.
That just makes it hard.
I know. I know. That's the thing. That's the thing that, I don't think he's comprehending. But
Okay.
Right
All right.
now,
Okay.
you have Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance, and Nate Sudfeld at quarterback. So you see the dilemma you have there.
Oh, Tyler Bray, we just signed the Kingsburg native.
So that doesn't
We
make
signed him
any
off.
sense.
Hey, we just got this kid from Kingsburg, Tyler Bray.
All right, so
What's up, David?
Oh,
What's
not
up,
much.
BP?
What's going on, BPS?
yeah.
Sure.
BPS, you've been quiet, man. What's going on, man? You've been Mia, man. You've been missing in action lately.
Well, see, the thing is, I've been focusing on my channel, so like, and I've been busy here and there, so like,
Okay.
I don't know. I'm messing with you, man.
Anyway, I was trying to tell BPS something, but I'm going to answer the question. So right now, Trey Lance will be at quarterback, Trent Williams, Kyle Juszczyk. On the defensive side of the ball, I would have Nick Bosa, I would have Azeez Al-Shaair, and I will put Fred Warner.
If we're talking like all Madden All-Star players currently, this would be obvious for me. I would definitely go Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He would be the guy that I would build my quarterback on right now because he could throw in the deep ball. I definitely would have Deebo Samuel as my receiver, of course. George Kittle, my tight end. Running back, it's hard to even pick a running back from our team.
Jonathan Taylor or Derrick Henry.
Oh yeah, Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, he's a beast.
Oh yeah, he's good. If he's not offensive player of the year, it shows you how
it's biased with quarterbacks, dude.
And if Mac Jones is the rookie of the year, I'm gonna be livid.
He should.
He probably is gonna win rookie of the year, bro. It's freaking.
But there are other better rookies. Like Mac Jones hasn't really done nothing just because he has a high completion percentage because he does the same thing. Jimmy Garoppolo, he has a good
Jimmy
run
2.0, yeah.
The defense is really good because he's not winning. He won one game where he threw 3 passes, and he's only whatever.
Oh, and as soon as you stop that running game, bro, he'll throw multiple interceptions.
Dude, he threw 3 interceptions against the Bills. 2 or 3 interceptions against the Bills.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I didn't care about this Mac Jones, but I thought, hey, I wouldn't be upset about it like most of our fan base, but I'd be okay with it.
He threw 3 picks against the Bills.
Yeah.
What?
Dude,
he threw only 2. He threw
2 picks. My bad.
Well, he still kind of cost him the game, so I guess as soon as he throws multiple picks, he loses the game.
Just imagine
that kind of sounds like Jimmy G.
Yes, that is our Jimmy G.
Dude, imagine if he would have went to the Jaguars, the Jets, or even the Bears. Would he have the same success? No.
I don't think so. I think he would have a terrible start, but then the following year he might have to elevate himself and get better talent around him. Then he'd be okay.
Hey, John Jay, I have another question for you. Who do you think should be the next coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars?
I really do not care about that organization. I don't care.
It should be Doug Peterson.
Okay, if I had to be honest, who would be a good coach for the Jaguars? This may sound like as a surprise, but man, give me Jim Harbaugh. God, I want to see this guy come. I want him to come. Leave the Michigan, man. Leave the Wolverines.
That's not gonna happen, man. Dude, I already had this conversation with your friend who's an Oklahoma Giants Nation that he has more power in Michigan to recruit 5-star quarterbacks, 5-star running backs.
But he could have power with Jacksonville.
No, he does not have power with fucking Jacksonville.
Yes, he does.
On the recruiting process, yeah, he does.
No, I'm not saying. John Jay. I'm not saying Michigan. I'm saying with Jaguars.
No. Listen, his general manager is going to be Trent Baalke. Does he want to go back to Trent Baalke?
No. I forgot. I forgot. It's a bad relationship.
Trent Baalke. Why do you think he leave? Like Trent Baalke tried to trade him in 2013.
Oh man, that would have made sense. I forget about that. I forget about that shit. Yeah, that's not a good relationship. But if I had to pick a head coach for the Jaguars, it would have to be somebody worthy to. But who would want to coach a guy like Trevor Lawrence? It would have to be somebody like Eric Bieniemy or somebody like that.
I think it's going to be the Buccaneers offensive coordinator. Byron Leftwich.
Byron Leftwich, yeah, because he used to play for the Jaguars. He used to play.
that's gonna end up in a bad situation. Trust me, I've seen this happen. He's really good as a coordinator, but can he really be a head coach? And I'm gonna be biased.
And he helped. I mean, Tom Brady made it easy for him too. To be honest,
like when he had Jameis Winston, that was his first year as a quarterback coach. Jameis Winston threw 30 picks. Then he got Tom Brady,
but he also threw 30 touchdowns, and he did do
30 touchdowns. That's even, bro.
Well, John Jay, he did do a lot of.
I know he did throw 30 touchdowns. Let me tell you. Hold on.
5,000 yards and 30 picks.
He did throw 30 interceptions. That's just stupid. That's like almost 2 interceptions a game.
But you can't put that blame on Leftwich.
You can't blame that on Leftwich.
It's got to be on Winston.
You do, because he's the coordinator. He's calling the play.
He can't do that on the field. He can teach him to not throw it that way.
Well,
but
all right, listen. No matter how talented no matter how talented a quarterback is, no matter how horrible a quarterback is, you are a product of who's coaching you. Okay, good example, and this is gonna hurt. Bill Belichick, great defensive mind. He finds defensive talent in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th round, and he lets them go because he doesn't want to pay them, but he knows how to develop them. The same thing when it comes to quarterbacks. Okay, you have to make sure you develop that quarterback. Kyle Shanahan, for example, he's supposed to be an offensive wizard. Why can he not develop Jimmy Garoppolo? But you still inherited a good coach. Now, Jameis Winston, I'm not saying he's Tom Brady, but he may had 5,000 yards, but that team was always trailing because of his interception. So he had to rack up the yards. He did have 30 touchdowns, but he had to rack up the yards. Tom Brady goes over there. Tom Brady's better than him, and Tom Brady still had 11 interceptions, but he's way better than Jameis Winston.
Yep. You're comparing the difference between one of the greatest of that era compared to a guy who was just throwing so many damn picks.
But, you still can't tease the fact that he threw 30 touchdowns. I get that he threw 30 picks, and I get the product comes from the offensive coordinator.
I'm not saying he didn't have 30 touchdowns. I'm giving him credit. But
I got a good one to consider. Joe Lombardi.
His design schemes helped Jameis Winston get those 30 touchdowns.
He
designed those plays.
Listen. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I'm not saying Jameis Winston is a product of of that. But at the end of the day, I'm going to bring up your team now, and I'm going to make you mad. Carson Wentz was a really good quarterback that year that he got hurt, and he was having a good MVP year. After the coach left, what happened? Did he just suck? Or was it
Frank Reich?
Yeah. So what happened? Why did he have a really good year? And then the coach left, and then after that, the inconsistency, the injuries, did he regress? Was Winston overhyped? Or did coaching not really develop, the talent? Because you forget. Look what Frank Reich has done since he's been in Indianapolis. He's kept that team competitive with subpar quarterbacks like, what's his name? Jacoby Brissett. So don't forget how important coaching is. Don't forget.
There's a good coaching candidate, but it depends on the player itself. I know this may sound like an unpopular option for other teams to consider hiring, but if you have a mobile quarterback, it wouldn't be that bad of an idea to get Greg Roman as your head coach.
It's not going to work. But
that's how some coaches are. If you got a mobile quarterback, it's not a popular choice, but that's just how some coaches are. Like Matt LaFleur, bro, was he ever a popular choice?
Hold on, listen. Lamar Jackson is having his worst career, and you can say, the COVID and the injuries, but he's regressed. And I make fun of a CEO's team, but I've told him, dude, I've never seen a horrible regression this year. And he's missed some games because, of course, he's not vaccinated. For anyone who cares about that, I really do not care. That's what he wants to do. But he's been hurt a few times, but he's been inconsistent this year.
Hey, CG, I have a question for you. Do you think that Lamar Jackson's elite?
Well, we're talking like he's had a lot of good years, but this season it's been one of his worst. But I don't know. I think he's good, but I wouldn't say elite.
Elite
If,
is top 5.
He's good. He's good.
Andre, so I have a question for you. If you were if there was a new Madden NFL football game, who would you if they made another Madden NFL football game for next year, who would you like to be? Who would you love to be on the cover?
I really do not care about that stuff.
Oh, dude, Madden covers are cursed, man. If you get a player on there, they're injured, dude.
Yeah,
like, look what happened to Sean Alexander.
I know
about the cover athlete. Like everybody takes that as it's a big deal that we want to see a new player on the cover.
Well, actually, players don't want to be on the cover because they still believe in the Madden curse.
But then,
what is it with Tom Brady? He never he goes on the cover. He's not even injured. What the hell?
What about
Tom
Trey
Brady?
Lance?
Is Tom Brady? It is what it is.
Would you like to see Trey Lance on a Madden NFL?
Hell no.
No, thanks. No Hard Knocks. No Madden, please.
Would you buy a game if Trey Lance was on the cover?
No, because Shadar, you really want Trey Lance to unsucceed.
You want him to
curse.
There's
a reason why it's called the Madden curse.
It's for real. You can miss time. You can miss the season. Even if it's one game or so or whatever, he's injured.
Okay, look at Patrick Mahomes. Like he's having his worst statistical year. He's thrown more interceptions. Now, yes, always at the end of the year, he always has good success, but he was playing so bad the first 8 games of the year. So he's not getting hurt, but he has his worst numbers in a while. So being on the cover is a bit of a it's like being paid a lot of money. There's a little bit like Fred Warner got paid a lot of money, and he in the first 8 games was horrible.
Yep.
I call it the big deal curse, the money, and I also when they get a lot of commercials. Look at Baker Mayfield. They may not sign him to a 5th-year option. He may be a free agent. So
what? Tommy.
Tommy's in the house.
So you're saying that Baker Mayfield has those progressive commercials?
Well, dude, no. Listen here, dude. As much as I am biased with Baker Mayfield, I think he is a good quarterback, but I think it's the distractions that hurts him. Yes, he's got the talent, but when you can't take the game seriously and you're going on commercials and all that other stuff, it does kind of hurt your skill set a bit, bro. Like, he's more focused on making his money, of course. But if he was more focused, Mayfield's a hell of a good quarterback. Just not the kind of quarterback you would want to expect to carry you. Nah. He'd probably be like a better version of what Jimmy G is, if I had to be honest.
I know, because like Baker Mayfield started 14 games.
Yep. He's a good quarterback.
He went 7-7, and he had 27 touchdowns.
And that was through a winless Cleveland Browns squad. So yeah.
The following year, he got Freddie Kitchens, and the development under Freddie Kitchens was horrible. He went 6-10. He regressed. Last year, they went 10-6.
And he improved.
This year, he's been inconsistent. He's been hurt. And I've always said this, Baker Mayfield, and I'm not taking a shot at Oklahoma because I know they have a really good program, but the dude was always an arrogant
hockey guy.
And then he got given a lot of money from Progressive. He made 27 commercials in 3 years. And look at him. He's still that arrogant dude. And if he does not have a run game, he cannot, control the game. He cannot be like Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, and Tom Brady. No. You have system quarterbacks that need all the help. And I'm sorry, but I'm an NFL traditionalist. That's why I'm not a big fan of, some of these content creators who think they know stuff and they don't. And I'm sorry, I have to be realistic and be honest to people. Do you think Baker Mayfield, they're going to give him his 5th-year option? He's going to be like Mitchell Trubisky. He was good, but now another team's going to, give him pennies on the dollar because he never showed flashes. So
I mean, that's too far off, man. I think he's far better than Mitchell Trubisky,
No,
if I had to be honest. Dude,
Mitchell
he's
Trubisky
better
is
than
better
him,
than him.
bro. Dude, Trubisky is not, bro.
Dude,
He's
Mitchell Trubisky is better than him. It's just that
no,
Matt
he's
Nagy,
not.
dude, Matt Nagy was a horror. Dude, I bet you right now, if Mitchell Trubisky was with the Browns, that team would be really good. And I
Oh
would,
yeah, but he's,
I would
but he's
bet,
with them.
I would bet money on that. And I don't bet money. And when I bet money, it shows you that I'm right. I'm not
Dude,
saying Baker
no,
Mayfield.
Mayfield. Okay,
I'm
you
not
give
saying
Mayfield.
I'm not saying Baker Mayfield is garbage. I'm saying he's a good, consistent quarterback. He has potential. He's able to roll out. He's good in the bootlegs. He has good really play action. He has a really good arm. But at the most important, crucial moment of the game, they give the ball to Nick Chubb, not Baker Mayfield. I wonder why they do that.
Well, I mean, Mayfield is a bit cocky, and that's true, and that's not. I'm not going to deny that. Like he gets too arrogant. But what makes him very good than at most positions is confidence. But his consistency has kind of been a little bit in question. But I still think he's a far better quarterback than what other teams got. And if the Browns are just going to move on from Baker Mayfield, then they better go find themselves somebody similar to him, if not better. I'm sure they're not going to find that.
Well, like I said, they have not given him his 5th-year option. And so basically, I don't follow the Browns, but what I do know is that the ownership and the general manager, they're not sold on giving him a long-term deal. And this offseason, I don't know if they signed him to a 5th-year option. If they did sign him to a 5th-year option, then he better play really good, because then he's going to ask for a lot of money. And if they don't give him an extension anytime next year, he's a free agent.
And any other team like the Saints would probably want to sign him. So let's be realistic.
Like I said, like he's not a bad quarter. I'm not saying he's horrible. He will find a home. Like, don't be surprised if the Steelers are like, hey, we'll trade, a 2nd and a 3rd round pick for Baker Mayfield, because they know Ben Roethlisberger, and they have Najee Harris at running back. They have good wide receivers, and their defense is elite. So maybe he needs to go over there, and the coaches that the Steelers have, quarterback and offensive coordinators, are really good. So the Steelers are going to be looking for a quarterback. So
yeah,
they have a lot of options. Jimmy can go there. There's a lot of rumors now that he's a good system fit. He could just give the ball to Najee Harris. They have a good run game. They have a lot of good wide receivers. They got a good tight end. And their defense is, and I know this is going to hurt because I don't like the Steelers. Their defense is better than us right now. And I know that it's not something I want to say. So we'll see what happens.
Well, we'll see how it goes. But, like, Mayfield to me, like, see, if the Browns don't work out a contract, I could see him go down to New Orleans, because Sean Payton knows how to bring the best out of quarterbacks. And
Taysom Hill's not the answer. I'm sorry. I know they paid him $130 million for no reason. Yeah,
Taysom Hill, bro. They paid that dude, and he's a gadget player, bro.
Dude, he's a tight end, and I don't know why they're using him as quarterback. Like, every time he gets the ball, it's design runs. Because he's very fast, but he's not a guy that you want him to throw for 300 yards. And Jameis Winston, he's not good. He's horrible, So,
and I think a lot of it, I don't know, like, he's getting paid a lot of money for this, and he got a big extension. Hey, if I'm Taysom Hill, I'm happy with the money, but I don't think he's the answer.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Because
I wonder how stupid the Saints are. Like, that Taysom Hill isn't as much as you guys think he is. I mean, his value is just because of the hybrid position it gets.
Yeah. Anyway.
Like, he can scramble, he can play anywhere you want him to be. He's like your complete football player, but not your complete quarterback.
I know.
I mean, no wonder why the Saints are broke, because they paid that dude.
I know.
Why would you pay a 3rd-string quarterback so much money when he's barely like anything better than being a 3rd stringer?
Dude, like, Jameis Winston, his arm strength. When I watched some of the games, was not connecting. Taysom Hill, he's a quarterback runner. I think he runs more than Lamar Jackson because he doesn't throw the ball too much. So that was stupid. Trevor Siemian, he's a solid backup. Like basically, I think he's one of the best backups, but he's not a starter. And Ian Book, he's 6 foot, 190 something pounds. He's too small to be like Kyler Murray. We make fun of him, but at least Kyler Murray is good. But Ian Book,
he's a project.
He's too small, and he's not even like a bona fide backup. He's just a guy who's able to be drafted in the NFL. So basically, New Orleans, the Steelers, is of course Washington. They're not convinced with Heineke. Heineke's good, but he's not a guy who's going to be there long term for like 10 years.
Nope, he's more than likely going to be gone. Kind of like
the Packers are going to be looking for a quarterback, and I still think that the Packers, if they want a quarterback that's ready in that system, Jimmy's the only guy that makes sense. And like I said, they don't spend a lot of money in because Aaron Rodgers is making like $38 million because they restructure his contract, but Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to be there no more. So a $27.5 million quarterback will save the Packers a lot of money and will free up cap space that Rodgers will not be getting because Rodgers either retiring or he's leaving. So that's an idea.
That's the idea what we can see from there, but pretty much like the way you said it, you're spot on.
And then of course Denver, they're gonna, I don't think they're solid with Drew Lock or Teddy Bridgewater. So that's another.
Dude, why you going with these random questions of the center, bro? Like I don't know. Alex Mack is what he is, bro. He just has familiarity with freaking Kyle Shanahan, dude. Like,
I know. Yeah. So, like I said, remember, like for anyone who says that there's no quarterback market for Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm sorry. There is a quarterback market. Mike Glennon in 2005 got a 3-year, $26 million contract from the Bears. And Mike Glennon was garbage.
Actually, 3 years and $45 million.
Oh, my bad. Anyway.
That's a lot of money, yeah. And then Matt Flynn signed a big old contract at Seattle, and he never played a single down over there.
So, like, I'm sorry, to people who are like, Jimmy has no value. Well, go back to NFL. You know what? I'm not going to even go there because, come on.
Well, his value does make a difference because even though we may not like it, but he has a winning record, their ability could be your red flag because he can never stay healthy.
Mm-hmm. Now,
but his value is not as bad as the other quarterbacks.
Listen. The 49ers screwed up. You have to give them put a fourth round, but a third round, and to see what teams are willing to do that. And for a quarterback at Jimmy, basically, if you have a team that has a quality defense, a good run game, that's why Denver makes a lot of sense for Jimmy Garoppolo and Aaron Rodgers because their defense is still pretty good. Their run game is, very young. They got some good wide receivers, and their tight ends in Denver are really good. And Aaron Rodgers loves using his tight ends. They have a 2 tight end system. Jimmy Garoppolo never had 2 tight ends. So you look at these systems, and it's so sad that, a guy who doesn't have a lot of subscribers, but he actually knows his football. And I know I never played professional football, but I did play high school football. And I know high school football is not college football, but, you still have to learn a playbook in high school. So, and then of course I've had these pro conference of these pro trainers and athletes teaching you football because it's part of my job. So I had to take these classes. So, I'm not trying to say that I know more than Kyle Shanahan or the best coaches in the NFL. But come on, this is common sense. But some people are just fans who just read the articles and play GM, and but it is what it is.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, David's back, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I just had to take a phone call from the old lady, and she's telling me she's going to be at work till 7.
Oh man, graveyard shift is no good.
That means I got to go to bed because I got to take care of 2 people's worth of all kinds of stuff tomorrow.
All right,
man, take it
try
easy.
to get it done before she gets out of bed, But
I'm probably going to be able to stream the football game, so I think the game's at 1, so I'll probably stream it at my house.
All right, guys. Well, have a good night.
Yeah, you too, man. I'm probably gonna just end it from here if you guys got anything else to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna dip out too. I'm gonna watch some TV before I go to bed. But I came on here to let you know that if Butters takes a shot at me or you, I know you can talk to him, but I'm letting you know, man, it's gonna be hell because someone says that he's going to expose us. So I don't know what that means. So I'm going to...
Well, expose means he's going to put info on you, but I don't even know what's going on. If that's the issue and he's asking about that, I'm just going to say, dude, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't really... I just don't want to make it worse by getting involved with something I have.
So basically, this is what happened. So apparently, this content creator who YTC and everybody's not a big fan of, he went over there and he showed private. I don't know if he showed your private messages, but he showed private messages of, I don't know who. And, I don't send him private messages. So for sure, I have no private messages. I know you probably have private messages with him. So,
are we talking about that one content creator who happens to go under a name called Master at Work? Or is it Fitz Vegas?
I don't know. So then he started trolling CEO, and CEO found out who he was, and CEO said, "You need to apologize." And I don't know what happened, but I don't know what he did, but apparently Butters did do a little dumb thing towards CEO, and CEO didn't appreciate it. Yesterday, Jonath was going at Butters really hard, so I don't know what he did to Jonath, but Jonath is not friends with Butters or whatever. I don't know what they are anymore, but he says that he better not pull up because he's not really happy. He's also banned from Jonath's stream, and then everyone was saying that he was also telling the inside jokes of the streams and showing them videos. And I'm like, if he did that, now there's no proof, but they have proof. They're gonna either show it tomorrow, Monday, or Tuesday. So if I see your name there and he exposed you, you need to talk to your boy. But like I said, I'm just giving you a little heads up. That's why.
Yeah, well, I mean, and to be honest with you, man, I'm not even involved with a lot of this shit. So I think I'm the least of his concerns. I mean, if he's got something to expose about it because I didn't get involved with a lot of stuff, dude, I'm sorry, man. I'm not trying to get into it with everybody else, man. Like I've been working those other shifts. I've been going from place to place. I haven't been keeping up with you guys. So I kind of lost count of what you guys were up to. Like I've been coming around, commenting on the streams, but I haven't been going on to the hangouts,
Yeah. So, like I said, I spoke to Butters. I told him he's on a short leash with me. I don't hate him, but everyone else is like TOP and Jonath. They don't consider him a Bears fan no more. So if those two guys are okay, but then you have YTC blocking him. He blocked them on his channel. He kicked them out on Instagram and Twitter. I don't know if that's true or not.
I mean, I'm not getting involved with this.
And CEO is he's probably I think the most angriest because he did troll him. Like, why would he anyway? Whatever. But
CEO, I haven't been seeing that guy around lately, man.
And I don't know what happened, but I'm going to be very honest. We were talking about you, and he's like, this is just his opinion. He says that he says if you still have his back, then he might have an issue. So I don't know what the hell happened. But I know you and him are cool, man. But like I said, whatever.
But what's going on with CEO, man? The CEO said something about me or no?
So basically, he was asking me if you and Butters are cool.
Whoa.
Okay, so I don't know what's going on with it, but I'm not really involved with a lot of stuff, man.
Like I
Whatever
said,
Butters has, whatever his, I don't know what's been going on with this guy, bro. I haven't really kept up with a lot of people. Like I've been working, my dude. So it's
I
like,
know. Listen, I know you've been working. You've been doing your job. I'm not saying, that you're lying. I'm just saying that, like I said, I told him you and Butters, you guys have a cool relationship, and
I
he was
mean,
he was just saying, that he wanted me to let you know the situation, and like I said, if like CEO says it, if you and him are cool, but it might not. How can I say this? Like I said, it's just too much crap. Like I was saying, really, and I had to get on YTC CEO Giants Nation. I'm like, dude, do you remember when he took his shirt off and then he did something weird where he poured water on a jersey and then he, thrust it in the air and then when I told him that he was all the trolls, you didn't believe me, and then I said, you know what, if you're gonna be at everyone, I'm going to say, you know what? I told you so. And I'm going to hold them over. And then everyone's like, oh, John Jay, we should have believed you. So I said, hey, so if people are going to, I'm like, hey, I told you and I warned you, but you guys didn't believe me. So I got something over them as well because they were the ones who, allowed all that negative behavior.
yeah, dude. Like personally, man, like I don't have a side to choose, but I'm cool with everybody. But man, dude, I don't like this. Oh, it's either this person or that. Dude, I don't care, man.
Oh yeah. I told Giants Nation. I said, hey, I bet you Butters doesn't do that ultimatum. I said, number one, he does that ultimatum to me. He's gonna get messed up. If he does that ultimatum to CG, I don't know. But I said he ain't telling me what the fuck. My bad. What the f to do? Because John Jay is his own person. So Butters ain't gonna intimidate me. No one's gonna intimidate me. Like I said, I respect everyone, but don't cross on it. There's certain things you don't tell a person. You don't go up to a face and demand them to give you an answer. That's the thing that. So I told Giants Nation, if that happens, like I said, and that's the dumbest. He left the comedy. He said, I'm gonna expose everybody tomorrow. So I'm gonna be watching, and if he talks crap about everyone except me, I really don't care. But I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there and watch that. So I've never bullied Butters. I never did anything negative with the Butters. I've been positive to him, but as I mentioned,
I mean, the only thing that kind of like pissed him off at one point was the way how you were acting towards him. He thought he had no problem with you before, but then the way he said, "What's his deal?" And I told him, "Dude, I don't know what's going on between you guys, man. You need to hash it yourself."
Dude, he insulted me. Like he basically said, I'm butting up, one of these, uptight, mother effers. I'm like, you better be really careful who you're talking to.
And he called you Paul Heyman too, from what I was. He called you like Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman.
Hey,
nah,
John,
I'm just playing that, just busting your balls.
I have some tips for you. Like,
I'm messing with you on that part, but in all seriously, dude, I don't know what has been going on with this guy.
No, don't do this. Don't tell me, I need advice.
No. Hey, Shardall, dude, your problem is sometimes you like to butt in when it's not even your concern, dude. Like, you should just do you. Between them, like Butters and the rest of the guys, it's kind of been the situation where we're in the middle, the neutral side. I don't really know what goes on with this situation, but I'm cool with everybody else. But if you guys want me to pick a side, then it's pretty much like I don't give a shit, bro. I'm not getting involved with everybody else. I don't like to be told it's either this or that. No. I'm staying in the middle. And if you don't like it, then there's the exit. So I don't want to pick sides, because if I pick sides, it makes me have more problems.
So I watched a video where Butters was talking about TRL, Mr. YTC, and Giants Nation, and he had the hashtag Fisk unit in the description.
Okay, all right.
That's it was Fisk Vegas. But I thought they were cool with Fisk at this point. I thought they hashed their beef.
Not anymore.
I have no idea who any of those guys are.
Fisk is somebody I used to roll with at one point.
It's basically those trash idiots community.
Oh no! This Fist Vegas guy, me and him were working out a situation like months ago, like a while back. But he needed some dirty laundry to expose somebody, so I gave Fist some advantage. And that other guy who was a content creator for the Ravens, he never showed himself ever since, and never done any trash videos after that because I had a lot of info on him,
Well,
and
that's
I
still
guess
that's
and
still
then Fist
trash.
rewarded me.
That's
Yeah,
still trashing people. Even though you said it's still trashing people, that's still fucked up. So
but
I don't know.
I don't get involved with it like I used to. But I used to be one of Fist's what you call his 007 guys, where if I had info, he would look for ways to expose them. And then,
Oh my
but
goodness, you are a weasel.
dude, I used to be a top secret, but not anymore. I've
Oh,
been
you're a
staying.
weasel.
What do you mean?
Oh, you don't know what a weasel? Oh my god.
What, a weasel, bro? What do you mean? I'm trying to just.
It's
That was
it's worse
that
than
was
a
months
snitch.
ago, bro.
It's
That
worse
was
than a
no.
snitch, and it's worse than a rat. Oh,
Dude,
you are like Butters. Oh wow.
I'm not like Butters, bro. I'm not
Oh,
even
you just
involved.
exposed yourself, dude. You just said that I would go and give this guy
That was
information.
months ago. That was 8 months ago. If we're debating 8 months ago from the time, bro, that was before I left. I cut ties, bro. I
Dude,
barely even.
I'm sorry, but that is a weasel.
Dude, I don't do that stuff anymore, dude. Are we talking like 8 months ago or something, dude? That was before I started changing my direction.
Listen, that's still doing something.
Oh no, that's the past. That's why I changed, bro. You're talking about something I did a while back. I don't even associate with him no more. I used to, but I feel like it's toxic, so I'm not involved with it.
All right. Real talk right here. Real talk.
I'm not a weasel. I just did what was needed to be done.
Dude, hold on. I'm not bullying you. Listen, you were a weasel. You actually a long time ago gave a channel information of someone.
Because I had because there was animosity. There was some guy trying to throw.
No, don't be a hypocrite. You get mad when someone leaves a dumb chat and you block them. But when you did it a long time ago, it was okay. That's a hypocrite and a weasel.
Dude, as far as your real talk, dude, we're debating past, bro. Like I've told you, there's stuff I'm not happy with or not perfect about.
Dude,
and you know what, dude? That was one. Okay, that was okay. Let me finish.
I've apologized for my stuff. I don't say, oh, what I did in the past is the past. No, it's a reminder of the shit that I did.
Okay, but what I did, okay, but what I
okay, whatever.
Okay, but whatever I did in the past was whatever I did, and I don't look to go forward with that past. You're not letting me finish about it. Like I explained to you why it was bad on my part. Yeah, that was the dumbest shit I pulled. And I keep telling people there was a lot of dumb shit I did in the past. And you're kind of taking it like it's going to affect my future, bro. It's not.
I'm not saying that, dude.
A weasel, bro? I'm the last concern of a weasel, bro. Maybe I'm more of I'm a hypocrite. So what? That was my past. And I'll let people know, bro. Don't associate yourself with people like that if you don't want to get involved.
I'm not the one who associated with someone like that. I can hold that over your head too, man. Just like I have that stuff.
Yeah, but I started cutting ties with people because I didn't want to be around it.
But listen, they still find you. They still say shit about you.
I block them. They don't do nothing.
I know you can block them, but it's just a reminder that any type of negative behavior, even if you moved your way from that, you're still going to have that mark over your head. That's the thing.
That mark to me is irrelevant, bro. Like they're just we're talking maybe a couple of people, and the rest of them nobody cares. Like, dude, everybody's kind of asked like, what have I done lately? I've been focused on better content. I haven't done this toxic. Like I've been distancing myself, and I've been cutting ties from people.
Okay, all right. So I understand what you're saying. I disagree with it, but
you're making it sound like my past is what's holding me back.
Yeah, but
no. It's not going to hold me back. It's not going to affect the future.
Okay, I get it. It's not going to hold you back. Now, we can agree to disagree. Like I said, this is not going to change, your feelings or my feelings. But I'm just letting you know that, I've been saying this all day on TRL stream. It is what it is.
It is what it is, and I even said it. I even told everybody else I've done shit that I'm not even proud of. So why is it such a issue if I'm honest? I'm being brutally honest. I was like that.
Don't get mad if someone tries to do what you did.
No, I can be mad because I changed my future. I'm trying to be a better person. No, people can move on with it, dude. It's called moving forward. Nobody cares. That's the thing. I have every right to be upset about.
So you're saying because you did it is okay, but if someone else does it,
I don't know about okay about that. I didn't go. I didn't go. I didn't.
Man. That's what you're implying.
Okay, I didn't go deep on personal info. I went deep on picture of themselves. I kept family shit off limits, bro. There's a difference. I know my limits.
All right, then that's what you should have just said. That you never crossed the line.
I never crossed the line. Yeah. I might have exposed like their picture of themselves hiding themselves. Big difference because they were trying to come at me too, but I had some other top shooters that wanted to.
Okay, so now I understand the situation that you basically, just tried to expose a person, but you never took shots at family, spouse.
Nope, kept it out.
And also you only did it because it was something because people were coming at you.
Yep, okay, that's the only reason.
Right, so now I get it now because the way you were saying it came off a little bit, and I'm gonna apologize. My bad. I didn't understand.
I apologize for being a little. I should have been more patient about it. I should have explained it more better, but you weren't letting me get into it. But I'll explain the reason why I stepped out.
Listen, like I said, like at the end of the day, listen. I'll give you a good example. When I was younger, I did something stupid, and luckily it didn't blow in the back of my head. But it's still a reminder that if I did something that would have been here in the present, so you do have to understand that it still affects you, even though that you can change yourself, you can do that, but just realize that it still can affect you. Now it may not affect you the way you thought it would affect you, but it still affects you. And so that's the thing about the past. It's not just that whatever's in the past is done. No, the past is still there because that situation is still there. It may not be at the present, but that's the reason why. One example is that if you're driving the car and you crash it, it doesn't matter. You're gonna be known as the dude that crashed the car. Yep. And even though you changed your life and you don't crash cars no more, people are gonna every time they see you, it's the guy that crashed the car. So how did it affect you? People are messing with you. They're giving you a hard time. And even though you say I'm past it, unfortunately, that's one of the things about the past and why we study history, because it's a reminder that
anyway. my past is what it is. Like, there was just other explanations of why I did what I did, but I only did it just to get out of this predicament. But one thing I don't do is step the line. But they've been trying to step the line over my family shit, so I wasn't going to go that level. I was going to play the fair game. But as soon as I realized this wasn't worth my time, it wasn't the best interest, I step away. The funny part about these trolls, man, you can make trolls about me all you want, but keep my family out of it. Please keep my family out of it. They don't got nothing to do with it. Anyway. And leave my dead father out too.
Listen, CG, like I said, I misunderstood you. Like I said, I got no beef against you. I got no problem against you. It's just that the way you said it, it sounded bad. But after you explained it to me a little bit more better, I'm sorry. Let me apologize and be.
Oh no, man! No need to apologize. I probably need to explain it a lot better. But the reason why I don't do what I do anymore is because of it. I feel like sometimes paying back somebody isn't the best medicine at times. Yeah. Sometimes it can backfire you a lot worse than getting payback. But
I know. So anyway, my bad. We went off topic. Yeah, we went off topic.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. We'll probably do a stream maybe another time, but I appreciate you coming on. But it's all good, man. Don't quit it, man. We tend to disagree, man. That's all.
I know. It's not your fault, that this Butters thing continues to like pop its head very badly. Anyway,
I mean, for Butters' perspective, I mean, nothing against him, but I feel like the influence he's getting from is my old past. You know, he's taken the same path but different. You know, he's taken it far back to where I was, and I told him to not go back. Don't go to my old past, bro. It's not gonna get you nowhere. I told him, dude, maybe you can do your Bears content. But I did encourage him at one point to do some trash talk videos because then it would elevate his channel more. And I thought, hey, man, maybe people like you as a corny guy. And maybe that kind of just got people more mad. But I told him, dude, it's working. But then I told him to stop it at some point, you know? I said, bro, you're not getting nowhere no more.
I know. He's blocked. Like I said, Jonah hates some CEO, does not want to have anything. YTC, he's angry because some of his stream was shown. So that's invasion of privacy. So I understand that. And everyone is now just basically like just distancing themselves. So I think he's screwed. And
yeah,
after I found out, and don't worry, like I said, I cannot wait for that video where they have evidence. And so if it's really bad for Butters, oh my God, I hope it's not, but the signs are there, and so I think this might be over. This might be the end for him. And
yeah, I mean, whatever goes on with these guys' beef with Butters, bro, I'm just not going involved with it. I mean, I've always, when people were kind of giving him a hard time, I was probably one of the very few guys that was helping him and encourage him in some ways, and I'm just hoping that maybe Butter should. I mean, he does whatever he's got to do, man. But I'm not getting involved with a lot of shit, man. If he needs if he's asking for a lot of shit, bro, I'm just not gonna do much. I'm not getting involved. I'm gonna say, bro, I'm not into this BS no more, bro. Like, I'm cool with you, but I don't want to get into it with this issue. So keep me out. I'm just gonna keep it plain simple. All right, John Jay, we'll call it a day. I'm gonna do a play-by-play tomorrow. I'm probably need to upload I probably need to add the logo with the Niners and Texans game.
All right, everybody, have a good night. I'm gonna watch TV before I go to bed.
All right, guys.
Happy
have a good night.
Happy 2022. Happy 2022.
Happy New Year's.
Go Niners.